podcast.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Welcome back, Vikings Football Sunday. Big one we got here at U.S. Bank Stadium. Vikes taking on the Packers. Of course, this is Week 17. I'm Muss, joining me down on the sidelines. You hear him throughout the game. Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. It's Ben Lieber. Hey, Ben.
Hi, Muss. How are you?
I am so stoked for this game. This is going to be a huge one. I cannot wait how loud this crowd is going to be. But here's the most important thing, I think. Ivan Pace Jr. returns, but so does Harrison Smith. Big matchup that they have, especially with Josh Jacobs and that Green Bay running game.
Yeah, man, it is that running game that kind of concerns me the most, is because as every offense wants to do, they want to find balance, and that's the hardest thing for these defenses is when you feel like you're on your heels a little bit, you're like, I'm not sure if it's going to be run or pass. That's when they kind of got you by the horns. But, it's one thing when you watch a game with your eyes, and you're like, I think this is going on, but when you find stats to actually back it up, that's when you feel like you've really hit the jackpot. Now, check this out. So, Ivan Pace, he's missed the last 4 games. I'm actually going to say he's missed the last 5 because he got hurt in the first quarter of that Chicago game. In the last 5 games, we've given up 112 yards on the ground. In the previous 10 games with Ivan Pace Jr. in the lineup, we only gave up 74 yards per game. So, look, I think that what we see with our eyes is backed up by the stats. He is just a blessing for our run defense when he's in the lineup, and hopefully he can be a monster today.
Ben, something else we see with our eyes is how well JJ's been playing. That'd be Justin Jefferson, of course, 144 yards and a couple of touchdowns versus Seattle. Last 3 games, though, his connection with Darnold has been absolutely spectacular. 349 yards total, 5 touchdowns in the last 3 games.
Yeah, man, and I'll even break it down a little more than that and kind of whittle this thing down. You look at the last 2 games, he's got 27 targets in the last 2 games. That's more than any other 2-game stretch in the season. So we have found something with him in the fact that, let's get him involved early and often. And I think that's really starting to pay off, especially in the last 2. But I do think if you marry that up to what the way Sam is seeing the field, you watch these games, he's not forcing the ball like he was early in the season. So he's gotten 27 targets in the last 2 games, and I feel like it's all within the offense and only what the defense has given us. So everything seems to be matching up. We're distributing the ball a ton. That's the other thing that's going to be key to this game is how much we can pass distribute across the board. You watch that Lions game, that was a key factor for them. They had 6 different guys get 6 targets at a minimum. So it's about distributing the football all across the board, but especially JJ early on.
Ben, last one, less than a minute here for you. So many takeaways, so many sellies for your Minnesota Vikings. White Chicks, Camp Rock, Reagan, loved it all. But let's not forget, Green Bay is tied for 3rd with 28 takeaways, 15 picks, and 13 fumble recoveries.
Yeah, man. I mean, they've done a heck of a job, and they do it in the most classic way. They don't have to pressure a lot. They don't have to bring a 5th and 6th guy. They can leave a lot of guys in coverage, and they're leaving their front 4, even though they will disguise things and bring, maybe a Keyshawn Nixon off the slot, but they're still only bringing 4 guys. So that leaves 7 guys in coverage, and that's going to be confusing for our offense. So hopefully, we can just pick these guys apart for 60 minutes.
Ben, you're the best. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Muss.
All right, Ben Lieber, the former linebacker for your Minnesota Vikings, and now, of course, on KFAN, TCL, the whole works. We got more coming up on the way. In fact, Ben Gessling from StarTribune.com will break this game down. Vikings versus Packers. It's coming up next on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
Hey,
Vikings fans, are you ready to grow your own Super Bowl team? GPAC has 34 years in the recruiting game, and we're here to help you source top talent across multiple industries nationwide. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit gogpac.com today. That's GOGPAC.com. GPAC, your friends in South Dakota and proud supporters of the Minnesota Vikings. Skol Vikings, and go GPAC!
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Hey fans, Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skol bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state. When you play Vikings Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today, anywhere Pilot's electronic pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only in the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from US Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
Welcome back. Vikings Football Sunday. Vikes taking on the Pack on Muss here at US Bank Stadium. And today's health report is brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO, the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. For your Minnesota Vikings, great news. Ivan Pace Jr., he is going to play today. So is Harrison Smith. For the Packers, Jair Alexander, the cornerback, he is out. So is Quay Walker, their linebacker. He is out today. They got a safety, and Evan Williams that's out. And Christian Watson, their wide receiver, also will not play today. The health report is brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO, the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. Trusted care, pro approved. And joining me now, Ben Gessling from Star Tribune and StarTribune.com. Ben, right there, just from the health report alone, I mean, no Jair Alexander, no Quay Walker. Could be a big day for the Minnesota Vikings offense.
Yeah, you're right, Muss. I think those injuries are pretty crucial to this one. Jair Alexander, with the Packers have not had him on the field for either of these games this season. I think that's a big matchup, and obviously with Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison doing as much damage as they've done in recent weeks. Those Packers corners have struggled a little bit without Jair Alexander on the field, and then Quay Walker has played awfully well. Edgerrin Cooper, their rookie linebacker, has been a big part of what they've done in that front seven as well. But the Vikings will want to run the ball on this front, and Quay Walker not being there as part of it, certainly is going to hurt the Packers in their efforts to stop Aaron Jones and company.
That's going to be a big key, I think, here today, because we tend to get these 3 and outs in the middle of games.
Yeah.
Just too many 3 and outs, and then, the TOP goes the wrong way, time of possession.
Yeah.
So getting Aaron Jones going today against his former team would be huge.
Yeah, it would. I think a lot of what, like you mentioned, they get those lulls in the middle of the game, and you have opportunities there, I think, to keep momentum. This crowd today is going to be interesting. There's obviously Packer fans here, so kind of keeping the momentum, keeping the energy on your side of it. I think running the ball and keeping the time of possession in your favor can help in that regard. and they obviously want to keep themselves in a situation where the Packers are one-dimensional. Josh Jacobs didn't carry the ball a lot in that first game because the Vikings got such a big lead. The Packers have really built themselves around Josh Jacobs, so if you can get the lead, keep him off the field, and make it Jordan Love trying to beat you, I think that certainly helps the Vikings in that capacity.
Let's talk about the sacks for your Minnesota Vikings. Van Ginkel gets 2 last week, getting the pressures. He's the NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and Andrew Van Ginkel has been nothing but great here for the Minnesota Vikings this year. But back-to-back weeks, we've gone up against the top 3 most sacked quarterbacks in Williams and Smith.
Yeah.
And still not a whole lot of sacks tallied up. Do you think that that's something that could change today? Because Love is a little bit difficult to bring down.
He is. He hasn't been sacked very much lately. He hasn't been pressured all that much. That line has played awfully well in front of him, and they are healthier on the line than they were in that game at Lambeau Field in September. I think a lot of it is going to come down to what kind of pressure can the Vikings get. Can they get free rushers through? Can they run stunts that leave the Packers struggling in pass protection? I think a lot of it comes down to that because Jordan Love's numbers when he's clean versus when he's pressured are drastically different. He's struggled a lot with pressure this year, and if the Vikings can get it, I think that helps them quite a bit today in what I think will be a high-scoring game and probably a pretty close one.
Less than a minute here for you, real quick. NFC North, 2 games remaining in the regular season for the Vikings. Can they get it done? Can they beat the Packers today and then beat the Lions?
I have them winning today. As far as what happens next week, they're going to have to go in there and beat a Lions team that would have everything to play for in that capacity. I think they played them close enough. It's possible, especially with all the injuries the Lions have. But it's going to be as tough of a battle as they've had in the NFC. Certainly a couple of close ones here that they'll have to be on top of their game to get it done. Ben
Gessling from Star Tribune, StarTribune.com. Great stuff as always, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Enjoy the game.
Vikings football Sunday. Vikings taking on the Pack. Coming up next, PA with Blake Cashman, and also he's with the coach, Kevin O'Connell, right before we get to the boom. This is Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the SiriusXM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws and it's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Son, we got to talk about drinking.
I know.
I don't want you touching alcohol till you're old enough.
Yeah, I know, Dad. It's not a big deal.
Don't I know me, okay? And it is a big deal. Underage drinking is just stupid.
Yeah, well, why'd you do it?
Look, I did it because we didn't know what we know now. Alcohol affects kids differently, okay? When kids drink, it's more dangerous. And you're my kid. And just because they drink doesn't mean you have to.
I know.
Look, son, I'm trying to help. I've seen what it does. I mean, you may think you can handle it, but when you drink, it screws up your judgment. Listen to me. This is real.
I know, okay? I know.
Teenagers know everything. So talk about underage drinking before they know it all. Before they're teens. Start talking before they start drinking. And keep talking. To learn more about the dangers of underage drinking and what to say to your kids, go to stopalcoholabuse.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits.
Get down to business.
And live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the SiriusXM app.
Football, the boom against the Green Bay Packers is coming up very shortly. Likewise, our sit-down with Kevin O'Connell is right around the corner. But here's Blake Cashman, linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings in his 6th year from the University of Minnesota and one of the NFL's very best inside linebackers. The Green Bay Packers, the border battle. Being a Minnesota native, Blake was in middle school in 2009 when Favre beat Green Bay twice wearing purple. In fact, the Vikings beat Green Bay at Lambeau Field in a playoff game after the 2012 season when Blake was 8. So how special is, no matter if you grew up a Vikings fan, Packers fan, Cowboys fan, whatever, how special is it being a Minnesotan playing in these border battles?
Man, on the way over here thinking about this game, it's a dream come true because this is the game that growing up in Minnesota, everybody is excited about, and everybody knows how big it is and how much it means to both organizations and both fan bases. And
it's big for both teams at this stage of the season, too, with the Vikings coming into it 13-2. Blake led everybody at Lambeau with 11 tackles week 4 when the Vikings beat the Packers. How important is it for Green Bay to keep Green Bay? Green Bay wants to run. And in that week 4 game, you guys took them out of the running game early. Do they want to stick to that run? Is that important to them?
We believe so. They're running the football very well, have done it efficiently all year. And with Josh Jacobs back there toting that thing, I expect them to establish a run game early, but that's why it's going to be important for us to knock that out as soon as possible and get a start fast on these guys.
You and Ivan Pace Jr. are back together today. He missed the Green Bay game at Lambeau. What does he bring to the table that you admire?
Oh, I love his physicality when he's blitzing, pass rushing, and then in the run game. I think our defense is best when we have 2 linebackers off the ball, and to have him back for such an important game against a team that runs the ball very well, this is huge. It's perfect timing.
The last one coming up shortly is the 16th game of the season. So there are a lot of samples from which to pull. But just overall, this defense, what do you truly like a ton about this defense and why?
Well, I would have to say I love how much it stresses offenses out. We're a very hard defense to game plan for. We're constantly making changes, bringing pressures, sims. We might drop in max protection. So it's kind of a game of cat and mouse the entire way through all 4 quarters. But when you get lined up, and we have 7, 8 up on the line of scrimmage, you can just kind of see the panic, the stress that overcomes on our opponents. That's what brings me a lot of joy because, like I talked about earlier, if we can start fast, this defense is a problem because if teams get behind the chains or they're down, 2-3 scores, it allows us just to tee off and just open up our playbook.
A terrific answer. Have fun today, and thank you very much for the time.
Appreciate it.
Blake Cashman, linebacker for the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next, my sit-down with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell, then the boom against the Packers on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on CarswapUSA.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of CarswapUSA.com,
you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
CarswapUSA.com. We deliver.
Whether you're buying or selling, make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Viking fans looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com. The best athleisure wear in the game.
It's crazy what you can pick up when no one's calling. The inviting sway of switchgrass prairie. Boots crunching dirt. on a Black Hills climb. A wide open mind riding down the open road. And the silence of a darn good sunset from east to west. So go ahead and unplug. There's so much South Dakota, so little time.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine says...
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer. 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
The best thing about TimberTech decking is the durability.
It's standing up to all of nature's elements and all of our family's elements.
Any family gathering, we're the go-to location. The cooking, the dogs, the kids, we've had zero issues with it.
We've only had to clean it one time in all the time that we've had it. It looks like the real thing.
We never had an outdoor space like that we could spend so much time on. It's an actual extension of our house.
Find a local contractor or get free decking samples at timbertech.com. Minnesota Vikings take on the Green Bay Packers shortly for Border Battle 129. And here's Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, 13-2 into the game. And the Vikings have been quite healthy of late. In fact, into the 16th game of the season. Kevin, how have the training, medical, and or strength staffs been not only key to that, but key to a winning culture?
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked that, PA. We truly consider one of our winning edges as an organization is that support staff, and it starts in a lot of places with Tyler Williams kind of running all of our sports performance kind of division the way I look at it, but Josh Hinks in the weight room with his great staff, and then we've got the ability with nutrition and sports psychologists, our player development team. When fans see our team take the field and hopefully they've enjoyed watching our guys and the improvement throughout the year, it's much, much more than just the coaching. It's all of those resources that you mentioned, and we're very, very proud of that. And I think that's one of the things that makes up our organization as one where players want to be a part of it.
Now, to the players on the field today, including Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, they have 9 receiving touchdowns combined the last 3 games. What are some facets leading to that?
I just think it's been, it's been some design where we're making sure we kind of put defenses in an either-or kind of fight or flight kind of decision that they have to make. And Sam's been able to really, really execute in the red zone at a high level. I think 9 out of our last 10 trips, we've finished with touchdowns in the red zone, which, as you know, being as close as you are with our team, when we're moving the football and then finishing in the red zone, that can be pretty hard for teams to withstand that and our defense playing well, forcing a turnover here or there. So we're going to need to do all those things today against, one of the better teams in our league playing really good football right now.
And conversely, the Vikings defense is first in the NFL on third down defense, second with fourth down, and second with goal to go, so it's complementary football. Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers. What plays into Love only being sacked 11 times?
Well, I think they do a good job protecting him. I think anytime you run the football like they do, a lot of his pass attempts, can come off of true run actions where the defense is in a bind and not just teeing off on drop back protection. But he's athletic. As he's gotten healthy throughout the year, you've seen him create some big-time plays off schedule. Something to keep in mind, though, today. Just keep track of how many times he goes to his right, where he is wildly successful throwing the football. The numbers are pretty dramatic versus when he does have to go to his left in that kind of scramble off-schedule play. So you might see, the Minnesota Vikings trying to see if we can generate some of that and get him going to the left side and see if those numbers and the analytics and the data match up with what we see with our eyes today.
Excellent point. Now, with Jordan, would you qualify his throwing style consistently as unconventional?
Yeah, because I think he's one of those guys that's he's so big and strong. Very rarely does he, ultimately, even when he's throwing in rhythm, PA, need to be in total balance, towards his target to make throws. I mean, everybody can, shut their eyes right now and picture him getting up on those toes in the pocket, and standing in there and throwing a big dagger cut down the field or a high cross to Jaden Reed. I've just been really impressed with just the overall thrower he's become. Always was talented, but consistently up over 60% and pretty consistent in the way he's finding multiple receivers and tight ends throughout this offense.
And lastly, the Packers have gone 9-2 since the Vikings beat them at Lambeau Week 4. Is there much difference overall or anything that's tangible with the way they play now compared to the way they were playing then?
Well, I think we were coming off of, we'd really only seen Jordan Love play for about a game against the Eagles, and then Malik Willis wins 2, where I think there was something unearthed within this team when they figured out we could run the ball 40, 50 plus times. With our scheme and our running back in Josh Jacobs, that they really built something that then when Jordan Love came back, we were able to shut down the run early enough in the game, get off to a fast start, that it became more of a throwing kind of game. But since then, it has been the exact opposite, where they are just continuously winning the line of scrimmage, running the rock, staying in conducive situations to then get those earned first downs and take the shots in the pass game. So we've got to be really good about shutting that run game down on early downs and trying to force them into some of those D&Ds where maybe we can't activate a rush or an exotic coverage and try to take the football away, end a drive right there, sudden change, and see if we can capture the momentum in the game and build on any momentum that we may have. And then we're going to have to finish. That's the one thing, going back to Lambeau, that our team has done better since then, is finishing football games, either when we've had to win a close one and or stretch out a lead or two here or there. Like we did against Atlanta, we finished with our foot on the gas, and just really 60 minutes is what I'm looking for today, PA, of just total complimentary football.
Have fun and tear it up today, okay?
Thanks, PA.
Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen. It's the border battle between the Vikings and Green Bay Packers from U.S. Bank Stadium next on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight, plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly. Non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
Hey fans, Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skull bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state. When you play Vikings Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today, anywhere Pilot's electronic pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
Minnesota Vikings football is on the air all across the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Vikings football is proudly presented by the following broadcast partners: Vizzy Hard Seltzer, your local Northland Ford dealers, Polaris, and by Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the Sirius XM app.
Happy New Year from the Vikings Radio Network. Now let's go live to U.S. Bank Stadium to three guys who have no idea what Old Lang Syne means. Along with former Vikings Pete Bursich and Ben Lieber, here with the call of today's game, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Happy Sunday. You know, the Minnesota Vikings beat Green Bay at U.S. Bank Stadium September 11th of 2022. The final score was 23-7. That was head coach Kevin O'Connell's first game leading the Minnesota Vikings. Fast forward to today's game versus Green Bay, and he leads a Minnesota Vikings team that is 2 wins from the NFC's #1 seed and 5 wins from Minnesota's first Super Bowl title. The last time the Vikings had the 1 seed in the conference, 1998. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Border Battle 129. It's the first time in the 64-year history of border battling. Both teams, the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings, have 11-plus wins. The Vikings are 13-2, Green Bay 11-4, and Minnesota is trying to sweep Green Bay for the first time since 2017 after beating them 31-29 at Lambeau Week 4. Green Bay won the toss and elected to put its offense on the field first. The Vikings and Will Reichard are kicking to the west end of U.S. Bank Stadium. Let's get a little skull chat for the vast and ever-expanding KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network. Keyshawn Nixon, he's lethal. He's deep for Green Bay. He had a kick return touchdown against the Minnesota Vikings of 105 yards early 2023. Will Reichard, the Alabama rookie, walks up to it and boom! The border battle and sweeping the Green Bay Packers is in the air. It's a touchback, and here come the Green Bay Packers led by Jordan Love in his 5th year from Utah State. The Packers average 27.5 points per game. Green Bay runs for 147 yards per game, 4th best in the NFL. Brian Flores' defense stops the run at 87 yards per game. That's 2nd best in the NFL. Jordan Love's center is Josh Myers. His tailback, Josh Jacobs, 6th year from Alabama. He has 14 touchdowns on the season. 1st and 10 for the green and gold from their own 30. And it's a handoff to Jacobs. Ivan Pace Jr. made him change direction, and Blake Cashman stops him after a gain of 2. Cashman had 11 tackles, high for everybody in the victory at Lambeau Field. And Green Bay will opt to huddle up as they bring in tight end Luke Musgrave. Pete, great having Ivan Pace Jr. back.
It is, Paul, because you know how the Packers love to start the game, and that's a heavy dose of Josh Jacobs. And with Ivan Pace back in there for run support, he made himself noticeable on that first play, making Jacobs cut back.
Jordan Love, who hasn't thrown an interception in a month and a half. 2nd down, back to pass. He'll throw right, caught Dontavian Wicks at the 38-yard line for a gain of 5. That'll make it 3rd and 3. Love, 24 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. And his last interception that he threw was at Soldier Field, November 17th. Green Bay in the first halves of games has run for 1,316 yards. Most in the first halves of games of any team in the NFL. They've run for at least 160 yards 7 times. That's 3rd best behind Baltimore and Philly. Now, the Vikings with the NFL's best third down defense facing Green Bay at 3rd and 2. Love out of the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Jordan throws right, caught first down at the 45, right in front of the Vikings bench. It's Dontavian Wicks with a catch of 7 and a first down.
And that's just a good throw and catch. Stephon Gilmore is right on that. So this is what the Packers can do, Paul, right? They manage the first and second down so well so they don't get themselves in 3rd and long type situations. And if there's something that I think Matt LaFleur does as well as any coach in the league, it's just that, being efficient on first and second down.
Jayden Reed wide left, 7-139 and 1 against the Vikings at Lambeau week 4. That 139 is a career high. 1st and 10, Love out of the pistol formation, hands it to Josh Jacobs. He weaves his way right past the line of scrimmage, back to the left. He's hit on the logo at the 50, and Josh Jacobs falls ahead for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd and 4.
And Paul, if you don't stop or slow down Josh Jacobs, they're just going to keep handing him the ball. You go back 2 weeks against Seattle, he touched the ball 9 out of the first 10 plays on their opening scoring drive against the Seahawks. So that's their plan. That is what they do. A little bit different. They ran a little bit of a counter on that last play, so that's a little bit of a change in their running game.
Jordan Love goes under center. 2nd down from the Vikings 48. First possession of border battle 129. Josh Jacobs, the single set. They're going to give it to him up the middle, and he makes a Viking miss as he heads to the right. He dropped it. It's a fumble. The Vikings got it. Yes, they did. Yes, Vikings ball. Josh Jacobs fumbled, and Cam Bynum came out of the crowd with the football, and the first takeaway goes the way of the 13-2 Minnesota Vikings. We're scoreless in the first quarter from U.S. Bank Stadium on the Northland Ford Dealer scoreboard. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Hey everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you're a racing fan, Dirty Mo Media, they have the ultimate lineup for you, even in the off-season. From NASCAR drivers and crew members to industry insiders, we've got it all. Whether you're tuning in to Herman Schrader, Becoming Earnhardt Season 2, Door Bumper Clear, The Teardown, or even Speed Street for you IndyCar fans, we're covering every angle of motorsports in the off-season. Dirty Mo Media is your home for all things NASCAR now on the SiriusXM app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Send 2024 packing with a full-blown party music experience.
Fantasy Football Championship Week. The entire fantasy football season comes down to this. Get the edge you need with Fantasy Sports Radio. You have 2 choices. Go home a fantasy football champion or just go home.
You gotta go with the guys who got you here. Don't overthink it.
You've made it this far. Don't give up the title because you made the wrong roster move or made the wrong start-sit decision. Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be breaking down all the action from a weekend full of football and getting ready for Monday night as the Lions are in San Fran to take on the 49ers.
Plus, we'll keep you up to date with the latest injury news and talk with both Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the SiriusXM app.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Welcome back to a rowdy U.S. Bank Stadium. The Green Bay Packers win the coin toss. They want to send a message. They put their offense on the field, but it's a Josh Jacobs fumble forced by Jerry Tillery, picked up by Cam Bynum. Your Minnesota Vikings have the ball on their own 38-yard line.
That's a U.S. Bank update from Ben Lieber. Here come the Vikings, 1st and 10. Handoff former Packer Aaron Jones. Up the middle, he'll burst between the hash marks across the 40, and he's taken down after a run of 6. That'll make it 2nd and 4. Jones, a 5th-round pick in in 2017 out of UTEP by Green Bay. In his 7 years with the Green and Gold, he scored 63 touchdowns. In fact, the last time the Minnesota Vikings gave up a run of 50 yards or more, it was Aaron Jones with Green Bay in December of 2019. Justin Jefferson to the right. He's right next to Jordan Addison, and they have 9 combined touchdowns the last 3 games. Second down. Sam from under center. Back to pass. Throws right, and is caught. Johnny Munt. First down in front of the Packers bench, and he'll wrestle his way to the 47. Johnny Munt with an 8-yard first down grab.
Yeah, great job on pass protection by Aaron Jones. The other thing that we're seeing is Quay Walker is out for the Green Bay Packers, so the rookie Edgerrin Cooper, who has made a lot of hay, Paul, in the pass rush game as far as being an outside rusher, inside rusher. He's being forced to play off the ball linebacker. I guarantee you the Vikings test him in his coverage at some point.
Sam Darnold with 15 touchdowns and 1 pick. His last 6 games as under center were scoreless. Handoff. Jones room to the right side, but then he was tripped up. Excellent work by a member of the Green Bay Packers defense, Edgerrin Cooper, that second-round rookie from Texas A&M. Holy cow, he came in like a shot.
Yeah, he did. And, you know, Quay Walker, they're just as explosive, like the size-wise, speed-wise, very, very good football players. But Edgerrin Cooper, as of late, has been playing a lot better, I think, than Quay Walker has.
Gain of 1. That'll make it 2nd and 9 for the Vikings from the Green Bay 47. Sam Darnold out of the shotgun. Jordan Addison in motion to the right. He's sole alone to the right. Justin Jefferson outside of Jalen Naylor left. 4-man rush. Sam pumps. He spins, rolls to the left, and he will throw it away. Jefferson, Naylor, and Hawkinson were deep down the field. Those 3 were covered by 5 Packers, so now it's 3rd and 9.
And, Paul, I think that's a perfect example of the progress that Sam Darnold has made. Instead of making a bad decision, trying to get the ball down the field, he just gets out of the pocket and throws the football away and understands turnovers are the big thing, and he's staying away from those. That is why he scored 15 touchdowns and only had 1 interception.
Darnold out of the shotgun, heading to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. 10-11 to go in the first quarter, scoreless. Addison in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Green Bay rushes 4. Sam steps away from 1 Packer, and he gets away from Edgerrin Cooper amazingly. Throws left, caught C.J. Ham at the 45. It's short of the first down. It's a gain of 2. Darnold should have been sacked. He wasn't, and now Ryan Wright is in to punt.
That was a fantastic job by Sam Darnold to stay on his feet. We know his athletic, maybe that's kind of goes understated. We all know he's a big, strong athlete, which is why he's drafted 3rd overall. But again, just keeping the play alive, not making any mistakes. The Vikings here have to punt this thing away, Paul, but at the same time, didn't make any mistakes.
Jaden Reed, the wide receiver, second-year Michigan State, returns punts for Green Bay. Ryan Wright, who had 4 pivotal punts inside the 20 at Seattle, will plop this one to the right of Reed inside the 20 and at about the 15-yard line. On the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, no score. Green Bay ball, 9:23 to go in the first quarter. On the KFAM Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen. That's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 18 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Vikings and Packers scoreless. Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium. Hey, you can win a Polaris razor and help vets get a quality career. Visit alltrue.com/code. Also, Quick Trip is giving away $100,000 in the Vikings opening kickoff. Purchase any pothole pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew product with Quick Rewards, and you're entered. One weekly winner gets a $500 gift card. You also may win $100,000. QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details. 0-0, first and 10 from the 15 for the Green Bay Packers, led by Jordan Love. Jaden Reed in motion to the right. Love goes back to pass. He'll fire to the left side, incomplete. Romeo Doubs, the intended target, covered by Shaq Griffin, second and 10.
That was a nice job by Shaq Griffin and Cam Bynum just to try to throw the timing off, right? And you just make Romeo Doubs not run a clean route. And that's all the difference in the world. And, you know, there's a reason also that Jordan Love only has 11 interceptions, and that's because he's not going to force it. So nothing was there, and he just really got rid of it.
And he also only has been sacked 11 times. By far the fewest of full-time starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Love back to pass, throws off his back foot left, incomplete. And Dontavian Wicks is hurt. Dontavian Wicks went diving for the pass, then he was holding his left knee, and he gingerly will leave the game. It now is 3rd and 10 for Green Bay from its own 15. 9-12 to go in the first quarter. It's scoreless.
And we better take advantage of this as a defense, Paul, because the Green Bay Packers do not put themselves behind the 8 ball. We stay ahead of the chains. It's one of the best things that they do. So now is our opportunity to get after Jordan Love and to get him on the ground.
No Wicks is big for them. He already has 2 catches. Week 4, he was targeted 13 times against the Vikings. 5 catches, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Love on 3rd and long, throws it over the middle, and it's no, it's not. Harrison Smith thought he had an interception at the 35. Fourth down. That would have been his 37th. And Jordan Love looks anything but awe-inspiring in the early stages.
Oh, and that's exactly what I was talking about with when you can get him in the 3rd and 10, you can pin your ears back a little bit. You know you've got him in the pocket. Get some people in his face, and that's exactly what happened. That throw was not on target. It was overthrown, luckily not intercepted for him. But again, when you're 3rd and 3 most of the time, you're not going to be in that spot. So great job on 1st and 2nd down by this defense.
Daniel Whelan punts for the Green Bay Packers, takes the snap. High spiral. Brandon Powell takes a peek at the coverage and hauls it in at the Vikings 35-yard line. It is a 49-yard punt by Whelan in his 2nd year from UC Davis, and we pause. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. Scoreless. Excellent field position for the Vikings when we return to U.S. Bank Stadium. And this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Vikings fans. Get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Don't miss a feast of festive football on Sirius XM FC. Ho, ho, ho. From the drama of the Premier League.
Merseyside magic from Mo Salah.
To the excitement of Serie A.
What a start for Inter.
Enjoy your holiday season with the gift of live soccer.
Stupendously magnificent.
Courtesy of Sirius XM FC, channel 157 in the car, and the Sirius XM app. Head to SiriusXM.com/soccer schedule for all the match listings.
The Atlanta Falcons.
Intercepted Bates, locked through a pick six, and Jesse will cruise for the touchdown.
Take on Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders.
Daniels into the middle of the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Jameson Crowder!
Tonight at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. Catch the national broadcast on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88. The Falcons call on Sirius 81 XM 226. The Commanders call on Sirius 85 XM 225. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the Sirius XM app.
Football fans, meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. Yes, Sam Darnold, we are ready. First down for the Vikings in the first quarter. Darnold rolls out to the right, throws across his body, and it's caught by Jalen Naylor. That'll be a gain of 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8.
Yeah, taking a look at the Packers and who they're putting on the field right now. Carrington Valentine's in there. Lucas Van Ness getting some time at defensive end, and we're going to go hurry up offense.
And Sam Darnold on 2nd and 8 goes out of the shotgun. Aaron Jones to his right. Darnold walks up to the offensive line, including left tackle Cam Robinson, making his 100th start today, playing in his 100th game. Darnold back to pass, looks over the middle, sees nothing, so he'll check down center of the field to Aaron Jones, caught at the 38, and he'll run for 6 yards to the 43, making it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, great decision, great blocking up front, and for Darnold, and he wants to get that football down the field. And I think at some point, if he gets that check down just a little bit more quickly to the running backs, they're going to have more opportunities to turn that thing up and move the chains. Getting yardage after catch on a short passing game is what you want.
Minnesota 0 of 1 on 3rd down. Middle of the first quarter, scoreless. 3rd and 2 from the Vikings 43. Jefferson in motion to the right. Sam facing a 4-man rush. Straight drop. Bounces around. Throws over the middle. Caught first down at the Packers 45. It's T.J. Hawkinson. That's a first down after an 11-yard grab. And the patience of Sam Darnold was on display.
What a fantastic job by this offensive line. What they were doing is taking Van Ness and letting him just jam the tight end, and then he's one-on-one with Javon Bullard. And Javon Bullard, Paul, is not very big. He's a cornerback or a safety most of the time. So that is a matchup we can attack.
Darnold comes out of the gate 5 of 6 for 28 yards. First down from the Green Bay 46-yard line, offset eye left. And Aaron Jones gets the call following the blocking of C.J. Ham. Up the middle across the 45 to the 40. Tripped up at the 40. Falls ahead for a gain of 7. Aaron Jones with a 7-yard run, 2nd and 3.
And as we get closer to that red zone, I love it when that running game is being productive. That just means the play action pass is going to be there. Now we're getting TJ Slayton back in the game. They're going big. Edgerrin Cooper. They're going to try to stop this run with the personnel that they just brought in.
Addison wide right on 2nd and 3, opposite Keyshawn Nixon. Justin Jefferson wide left, offset eye left behind Darnold. From under center, play action, Sam, deep shot, Jordan Addison, and he caught it! No, they say he's out of bounds, back right of the end zone. He's shot by Keyshawn Nixon like he was tied to a post, but they couldn't close on it 3rd down.
The ball was just a little bit late, Paul, and I saw it as As Darnold gets up to the line of scrimmage, they have an 8-man box. You have one deep middle safety. You have one-on-ones across the board. I'm thinking that we got to take advantage of that. And that's really a ball that Addison should have come down with, Paul. It was thrown a little bit behind him, but he probably should have come down with that football.
So now it's 3rd down, 3rd and 3. The Vikings are 1 of 2 on 3rd down. Scoreless, 6:15 to go in the border battle first quarter. Darnold back to pass. He's pressured. He'll roll out to the right. Xavier McKinney came on a blitz, and Darnold throws it away. Excellent defensive pressure applied by Green Bay, and it started with safety Xavier McKinney, who has 7 interceptions, but his blitz there ruined the whole play, and now we're punting.
Well, great job mixing up the snap count, because Xavier McKinney blitzed from about 10 yards deep.
Oh, wait. We're trying a field goal.
Yeah, we're going to try to put 3 points up. But either way, Paul, great job on the snap count to not let the Packer defense get their disguise and get their guys to the line of scrimmage.
57-yard try for Will Reichert. His career long is 58. Snap, spot, kick is up, and it hit the crossbar.
An unsuccessful field goal kick from beyond the 20-yard line is returned to the spot of the kick. Timeout.
Reichert hit the crossbar from 57, and we pause. 6:02 to go in the first quarter. Now it's Green Bay's ball with its best field position of the day. Scoreless from US Bank Stadium on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight, plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
Vikings fans, be the light for a local family in need this holiday. Many families are forced to choose between paying for rent or buying groceries. Nobody should have to choose. Ring bells or donate to the Salvation Army and be a light. Every $100 raised feeds 3 families for a week, helps save a family from eviction, or provides hope when someone needs it most. Learn more at salvationarmynorth.org. Together, we can be the light.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's the Bills up over the Jets 40-14. Aaron Rodgers gets benched in that game in the loss. Now back to PA.
Ooh! Jordan Love out of the pistol formation. Jacobs behind him. First down. Handoff Josh. And he runs to the left side. And he'll drag a Viking into Vikings territory across the 50. It was Bullard. Jonathan Bullard. Gain of 6 by Jacobs. 2nd and 4. We're scoreless.
And that's really the bread and butter run of the Green Bay Packers. They start with some counters early, pulling guys around. But they just want to get those double teams up front and try to move the big bodies and just let Josh Jacobs run a good zone, and he does a very good job reading the double-team blocks.
4 runs, 21 yards for Jacobs. Love is under center on 2nd down. Scoreless first quarter. Jayden Reed in motion to the right. Handoff Jacobs. It gets claustrophobic at the line, so he'll fall ahead to the 46 for a gain of 1, and that makes it 3rd and 3.
Well, I do like seeing Jalen Redmond back in there and how they're able to move the offensive linemen, the bodies of the Green Bay Packers. This Packer offensive line has really bullied the defensive lines they faced the last couple of weeks, but right now we're looking good.
3rd and 3 out of the shotgun. Handoff. Jacobs first down, run up the middle. Across the 40, hit at the 39 and stopped right there. It is a 7-yard run for Josh Jacobs. 6 runs, 29 yards, and a first down for Green Bay.
Well, they will, obviously we just saw, they don't mind on 3rd and 3 in that territory to hand that ball to Jacobs. They feel that positive about him being able to find his way and getting positive yardage.
First down, 1st and 10 from the Vikings 39. Couple of tight ends to the right. A receiver to the left, make it 2. Bo Melton in motion to the left. Jordan Love from under center. He'll go play action, throw it right. Caught Tucker Kraft. He's very talented. Across the 30, angles to the 25 inside the numbers. Flag comes in late, and Kraft is stopped after an 18-yard screen gain. Unofficially a first down. Carl Sheffers is today's referee. See what he says.
I think this is going to go against us.
Personal foul, low block, number 22.
Yeah.
Defense, that 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play. Automatic. First down.
Well, let's head down to the sideline. Here's Ben Lieber.
Yeah, first of all, I don't really understand that call. I mean, it's kind of what we see Antoine Winfield used to back in the day when he's taking on a screen pass, is just take out one of the defenders by hitting his hips. That wasn't necessarily a low block by a defender. Now, guys, I do love what we're doing defensively on 3rd down. We're seeing a lot more tight man coverage on the outside. They are max protecting, but they're leaving our edges clean. The last series, Jonathan Grenard got a nice little quarterback hit on 3rd down because there's just no place to throw because of the suffocating coverage.
It's first down Green Bay from just outside the 10. They can get a first down just before the goal line. Pass left, caught Bo Melton, and he stopped left flat. That'll be no gain, 2nd and 10. Now, the Sheffers crew calls the fewest penalties of all 17 officiating crews in the NFL, about 11 a game. However, they have called the 2nd most defensive holding. And Green Bay corner Keyshawn Nixon's been hit with 4 of those this season and 4 more PI calls. We'll see what happens when he's back on the field.
Either way, that was a horrible call.
2nd and 10, Green Bay from the Vikings 10. Jordan Love out of the shotgun, hands it to Josh Jacobs, and he goes plowing to the right side, right into the awaiting arms of Jalen Redmond and Harrison Phillips. Jerry Tillery, who has a forced fumble today, also on the scene. Now it's 3rd and 8 from just outside the 8.
And Paul, getting Ivan Pace back is huge because you guys like Josh Metellus and Cam Bynum are getting some plays off. So having number 0 back in the mix is really helping out, I think, defense overall.
Green Bay 2 of 3 on 3rd down. Love shotgun, 3rd and 8 near the goal line. 3 receivers right, Luke Musgrave to the left, Jaden Reed in motion. Love takes the snap, deep drop, throws right, caught at the 6 and stopped at the 4. Joshua Metellus on the scene to wrestle down Luke Musgrave after a gain of 4 yards. And Matt LaFleur is going to keep the offense on the field, I believe. No, now he's going to run out kicker Brandon McManus.
Yeah, they're going to take the points here as the Vikings miss a 57-yard field goal attempt just short, hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
So the Packers are going to say, hey, you know what, we're going to take it. Plays. We got a little bit of house money here, so we'll take the points. Just stay on sides. Don't make any mistakes on defense.
22-yard try right hash for the veteran Brandon McManus in his 10th game with the Packers this year. 16 of 17 on field goals, snap spot, and the Green Bay Packers have taken a 3-0 lead with 1:47 to go in the first quarter from US Bank Stadium and the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chunky chunkers who chunk harder than you ever thought possible.
Cats, corgis, babies, baby penguins, baby pandas, chunky baby pandas.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things. Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Here's what's happening on Sirius XM Sports.
If it's a Sunday during the NFL season, it's the Sunday Drive. Catch live look-ins,
instant scoreboard updates, and expert analysis and breakdown of every game on the gridiron with reporters at every stadium. For complete coverage, tune to SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
SiriusXM Sports. Wherever you are, your team plays here.
Hey everybody, Steve Torrey here, program director and host on Mad Dog Sports Radio. Hope you'll join us during this holiday season for Mad Dog Sports Radio presents The Year in Sports 2024. We'll relive all the top moments of the sports year through the eyes of all of your favorite Mad Dog Sports Radio hosts. You'll hear about the NFL, Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the sports legends we lost. Mad Dog Sports Radio presents The Year in Sports 2024. Debuts Christmas Eve on Channel 82, or listen anytime on the SiriusXM app.
This is Max Crosby of the Las Vegas Raiders. Hear me every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Let's pause 10 seconds for...
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the SiriusXM app.
3-0 Green Bay. Boom! There's the McManus kick, and Ty Chandler brings it out 3 yards deep. Heads to the right side, 10, 15, 20. Lowers the helmet violently at the 23. That's where he stopped, but the Packer to stop him got the worst of it after a 26-yard return. And Green Bay has a 3-0 lead.
That's Xavier McKinney, too, Paul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if they have to take him out, I think that's Xavier McKinney.
No,
take that back. It's 39.
Yeah, the wounded Packers, Zane Anderson, one of their backup safeties. We're late in the first quarter, 1:43 to go. Green Bay leads 3-0, and we are all hoping the Vikings defense eventually triggers a BOGO ball. If Minnesota intercepts a pass during today's game, you can earn buy one, get one with a free drink at Caribou Coffee. Thank you, Caribou. So Reichard misses a 57-yard field goal by inches. Green Bay moves the ball down the field decently, gets a 15-yard penalty that was a bit dicey, then settles in on an 8-play, 49-yard drive and a 22-yard field goal by McManus. Darnold under center, toss left. Aaron Jones trying to get the edge, crosses the 25, and he's upended at the 28-yard line by Javon Bullard, a rookie safety from Georgia. So for Aaron Jones, that'll be a run of 5 yards, making it 2nd and 5. And Pete, with 1:24 to go here in the first quarter, the Vikings have scored any form of points in 19 consecutive quarters. Last time they didn't score in a quarter was at Soldier Field. That's the longest streak in the NFL. They currently have 0.
Yeah, we've been pretty consistent. We were a couple inches short of a field goal, Paul, but this drive is what matters right here.
2nd and 5, Jordan Addison in motion to the left. Handoff Aaron Jones. Wonderful jump cut left between the hash marks across the 35. Hit at the 36. Down after a 13-yard run and a first down.
Paul, what the Vikings are doing in the running game, they're especially the outside run. The Packers they're playing nickel, and they have Xavier McKinney in there as a linebacker. So they're making him do linebacker type things. And as good of a blitzer as he is and everything else, he's just not a big body. So the Vikings are attacking that part of the Packer defense.
5 runs, 29 yards for Jones. He's the single set. Darnold under center on 1st and 10. Jefferson left, Addison right. Handoff Aaron. He heads to the right side. He shakes Edgerrin Cooper, that nice rookie, and then is taken down at the 38-yard line after a gain of 1 by Eric Wilson. And by the way, Eric Wilson, the former Viking, is playing in his 13th border battle. He's played 4 with Green Bay and 8 with Minnesota. He spent 2017 to 2020 here with the Minnesota Vikings, and that's the end of the first quarter. Green Bay, with a Brandon McManus field goal from 22 yards, has a 3-0 lead. Vikings have the ball, decent field position too, when we return for the second quarter, and this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more.
It's all on the SiriusXM app.
Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray.
Tom Brady. We're here on Let's Go.
When you come to the playoffs, and this is another Belichickism because there's a lot of them sitting there for 20 years taking notes in the front row. I learned a lot. What you've done for 17 weeks, 18 weeks doesn't matter. It's one game. Do you play your best on this day?
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Hear every game of the college football playoff on SiriusXM. The quarterfinals kick off on New Year's Eve at 7:30 Eastern when Boise State battles Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl.
Touchdown, Ashton-Jetti!
Then on New Year's Day, a triple-header starts at 1 with Arizona State and Texas, followed by Oregon taking on Ohio State, and then Georgia faces Notre Dame. Get your channel numbers at SiriusXM.com/college football schedule or search college football on the SiriusXM app. And for expert analysis, check out College Sports Radio, Channel 84.
Touchdown!
Throughout the 2024 season,
each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app.
All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the SiriusXM app.
3-0 Green Bay into the second quarter, and Unreal is back with its limited edition Vikings drop. Head to unrl.com for details. 2nd and 9 for the Minnesota Vikings from their own 38. Sam Darnold goes out of the shotgun. TJ Hawkinson with a catch in motion to the right. 2 receivers left and right, and a Carl Sheffers play stoppage.
False start, number 74, offense. 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
Cam Robinson playing in his 100th game. You can't do that.
No, you can't, and he had a bad week a couple weeks ago, and then has since been kept a clean sheet. But these are the kinds of mistakes, Paul, in games like this that you just can't have. And going from 2nd and 8 now to 2nd and 13, that's a huge difference. Now you're going to have to come up with 2 efficient plays to be able to just move the chains.
Darnold, 5 of 8, 28 yards. He's out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Green Bay rushes 4. Sam, straight drop, throws left, caught Jalen Naylor, and he had to adjust his body to bring it in at the 40. Angles to the right, stopped at the 43. It's a 9-yard reception for Naylor, but it's still 3rd and 4 from the Vikings 43.
Paul, I'm very impressed thus far with how our front 5 is taking on the front 4 of the Green Bay Packers. Again, this is a very, very good defensive line, and they have given Darnold time in the pocket when the Packers haven't blitzed.
Minnesota 1 of 3 on 3rd down, trailing 3-0 to Green Bay early second quarter. Sam Darnold out of the shotgun. Jordan Addison in motion to the right on 3rd down. Pass right, caught Addison, turns up 1st down to the 50 into Packers territory, 45. Jordan Addison with some steam today. 13-yard gain, 1st down.
Oh, that's the closest to a hot route I've seen this offense run. It was Keyshawn Nixon that was blitzing off the edge, so vacating one extra defender out of that zone, and Jordan Addison just cuts right back in where he was. So nice job on the catch and run by Jordan Addison. This is another part of Darnold's game that's been developing, that short kind of underneath passing game, which has come in handy, especially over the last couple of weeks.
Addison with a rushing and receiving touchdown at Lambeau Field. He's wide right, receiver left. 3 receivers right, 1st down from the Green Bay 44. It's a toss right to Aaron Jones, and Green Bay sniffed that thing out beautifully. And holy cow, can this Edgerrin Cooper play? 2nd round pick from Texas A&M. That's his 9th tackle for loss this season. It's a loss of 2, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, I think in that regard, Paul, when you have 2 linebackers out there and then a nickel playing the linebacker position, you don't want to run to the linebackers, right? You prefer to keep things a way, or at least a cutback available. Running right at Edgerrin Cooper is not a good formula.
JJ in motion to the right, no reception so far. 2nd and 12 from the Green Bay 46. Sam facing a blitz, throws left, caught. Jordan Addison on Keyshawn Nixon at the 37-yard line. He'll run by toe-tapping the sideline to the 34. 12-yard gain and a first down. Addison v. Nixon is Addison's a monumental favorite to blow up in that matchup.
Yeah, he is. And that's another great thing about arm strength of the quarterback, that Darnold was able to get the ball all the way out to the flat on an out route in time to where Jordan Addison just didn't catch it and go out of bounds. He had time. He had enough room to gather himself and then turn it upfield. But you're absolutely right. Jordan Addison is absolutely wearing out Keyshawn Nixon.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now Jordan Addison motions to the right, hand off Aaron Jones left side. He'll jump cut to the right for a couple of yards, and he's taken down by several Packers at the 31. It's a 3-yard run for the former Packer Aaron Jones, 2nd and 7.
I thought there was a big cutback gap available. I think Aaron Jones might have missed one.
No huddle operation. Darnold looking to go on 2nd down, and here he goes out of the shotgun. He pumps, fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Jalen Naylor with his 6th touchdown this season, and Sam has thrown 33, and the Vikings have a 6-3 lead.
Paul, it's game management. It's all the tools that Sam Darnold can bring, in that we run a play and we hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage, and it was an absolute breakdown in the secondary, but somewhere between Xavier McKinney and Evan Williams, I'm sorry, not Evan Williams, but Javon Bullard, that they absolutely left Jalen Naylor wide open. What a beautiful play.
Reichert. Yes. 11:52 to go in the first half. Darnold to Naylor, and the Vikings lead 7-3 on the Northland Ford Dealer scoreboard. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more.
It's all on the Sirius XM app.
Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Celebrate Christmas with a classic assortment of shows from the golden age of radio.
Do you believe that you are Santa Claus?
Of course. Memories and voices that live on forever.
Each man's life touches so many other lives. Don't you see, George? You really had a wonderful life.
A wall-to-wall Christmas happening now.
Jolly Noel from us all.
On Radio Classics Channel 148 and everywhere Christmas takes you on the Sirius XM app.
It's not 2025 just yet, and we're looking back on 2024 in the National Football League.
There is a back-to-back Super Bowl champion.
High-profile players changed teams and made major impacts.
The King scores again.
Bill Belichick and Pete Carroll left the NFL sidelines after impressive eras, and so much more. Sirius XM NFL Radio's Top 10 Stories of 2024, hosted by Bill Leckis. Catch the show anytime on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, this is Jeff Foxworthy.
This is Larry the Cable Guy.
And we're excited to tell you about our exclusive Sirius XM channel.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup. Every hour of every day, we're going to bring you the best comedy from some of the best and our favorite comedians.
Like Nate Borgazzi, Dusty Slay, and Leanne Morgan, just to name a few.
By the way, she owes me money.
And we each host our own shows every week.
Jeff and Larry's Comedy Roundup.
Sirius XM 97. Your home for great American comedy.
This is Peter King. Hear me all season long, every Monday night on Let's Go at 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Vikings 7, Packers 3 on a 31-yard touchdown reception by Jalen Naylor. And guys, it was a thing of beauty. You would not think that we could get over the top of the too high safety look that the Packers are presenting. But here's the beauty of this scheme. Naylor was lined up opposite of Justin Jefferson. The safety that's lined up on Justin Jefferson's side bites on the big dig by him. They get Naylor over the top of McKinney as he's biting on Justin Jefferson. They get over the top of this Packers defense on a no-huddle, hurry-up system, and it was a thing of beauty, guys.
All right, Ben Lieber, for Sam Darnold, he now has thrown 33 touchdowns in his first season with the Vikings. That ties Brett Favre from 2009 for the most passing touchdowns in their first year with the Minnesota Vikings. 33 for Sam, the man on the fan, Pete.
Yeah, and I got a feeling there's a few more before he's done this season, so Sam Darnold's just been unbelievable.
Jordan Love, 5 of 8. Back to pass. He'll throw short over the middle, and it's caught at about the 37-yard line by Jaden Reed. That'll be a gain of 6, maybe 7 yards with 11:40 and counting to go in the first half. Minnesota leads 7-3. Packers won the toss, took the ball, and Josh Jacobs fumbled. Now, the Vikings couldn't do anything with it, but what's interesting is the Vikings will get the ball to begin the second half, and they lead 7-3 right now. Packers break the huddle at 11-4. Jordan Love goes under center. His center is Josh Myers, 4th year from Ohio State. Dontavian Wicks knocked or banged up in the first quarter. He's back. He's in motion to the right. And they're going to run it right with Josh Jacobs, who goes head first into a Minnesota Viking and absolutely plows Byron Murphy for 4 yards and a first down.
And that was actually a great job by Dallas Turner on the edge to turn that ball back inside into his big bodies. It was Harrison Phillips that went for a ride. As
Phillips.
Yeah, it was Phillips. He totally went for a ride on that one. But that's, again, that's Josh Jacobs. That's what he's about. He's a big-bodied guy. Keeps those feet running the whole thing. And
not exactly.
I don't know, we got coaches on the field. We got a lot going on right here.
Well, yeah. The Packers got a first down, but then the chains moved back to the original spot. And now they're indicating 3rd and 1, so he didn't get the first down.
Yeah, let's get that crowd into it then. Let's go.
The ride Harrison Phillips took was negative, but they didn't get a first down. So on 3rd and short, Love out of the shotgun, hands it to Josh Jacobs, first down, and a big gain up the middle across the 45 to the 50, and he stopped at the Vikings 48 on 3rd and 1. That beefeater gets 12 and a first down for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, Ivan Pace just got cut off. He couldn't get back inside, and I'll tell you what, that might have been, thank goodness Harrison Smith is back, because he can tackle someone like Josh Jacobs in the open field, because there was really nobody but him left to make that play.
47 yards on 9 runs for Jacobs, first down for Green Bay. Vikes lead 7-3, about 10 minutes to go in the first half. Tucker Kraft in motion to the left, back to the right. Handoff Jacobs behind Kraft. Sweet jump cut left across the 45 between the hash marks, hit at the 43 and stopped after a 5-yard run. Dontavian Wicks very slow to get up again. In fact, and there's a Viking down too. So Dontavian Wicks has been banged up twice in this game, and I think that's Blake Cashman down for the Vikings.
Yeah, he was laying there face down, so not quite sure what happened.
No, Patrick Jones, that's who's down.
Yeah, we just need to get a little bit more stability out of our front three.
On the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, Minnesota leads 7-3, 9:55 to go in the first half. On the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network, so it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Scoreboard Central
is brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Bills beat the Jets 40-14 earlier today. Raiders over the Saints 25-10. You got the Giants putting up 45. Flacco threw 2 touchdowns. Wasn't enough, though, for the Colts. 45-33 in that particular game. And there's one other game going on right now, but it's just knotted up at 3, Dolphins and Browns. Now back to you, PA.
Hey, Pete.
Yes, Paul.
Why was U.S. Bank Stadium booing Tucker Kraft?
He really tried to cut. He tried to cut Pat Jones, and the helmet came right at the knee. So it's legal to do, but it looks so much worse than what Harrison Smith got a penalty for. I think the fans were just they were kind of repulsed by it.
7-3 Vikings, 2nd and 5 for Green Bay. Love on a very deep drop. Hit as he throws left, knocked away, flag on the play. Jaden Reed coming right to left was defended by Byron Murphy Jr. And the flag came in right as Reed made his cut. Now, the Shepherds crew, remember, number 2 in the NFL for defensive holding calls. And we'll see what Carl has to say.
Pass interference, number 7. Defense.
Yeah.
Ball will be placed at the spot of foul. Automatic. First down.
So that's a penalty. That's a all the way on the opposite side. Yeah, that's a dicey call too. I mean, come on.
How about that call?
Yeah, this is getting a little bit one-sided. And now my blood's starting to boil a little bit because I'm sick and tired of seeing this team get all the calls, because that's really been their best offense today. 15 yards on a terrible Harrison Smith call, and now a first down on that one.
From the Vikings 31, 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Love out of the shotgun. Hand off to Josh Jacobs. Up the middle, he gets some room, shakes the tackle at the 27-yard line, turns up the field, hit and stopped at the 25. It's a gain of 6, making it 2nd and 4. And behind you, behold, half of the Williams wall. Pat Williams has stopped by.
I think I felt the curvature of space-time with the amount of mass that's standing behind me.
Right.
As if I was just drawn back into him. Great job on the Gallahorn there, brother. One of my favorites of all time.
2nd and 4 from the Minnesota 25-yard line. Jordan Love out of the shotgun, 2 receivers, left and right. Josh Jacobs to the left of Love. They're going to run it out of the shotgun. Jalen Redmond ran down Josh Jacobs from behind, and it's no gain, so now it's 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they tried to trap or block out Jalen Redmond, and he did a masterful job of avoiding the block and then getting himself down the line of scrimmage. So Jalen Redmond, Paul, it's a story, and he's on late at this time of the season. You got to have these younger players really starting to play well. And when Jalen Redmond's on the field, he contributes week in and week out, making big plays. That certainly was one of them.
Green Bay 3 of 5 on 3rd down. 7th play of a 45-yard drive, and Love goes back to pass out of the shotgun. He throws left, caught shy of the first down is Romeo Doubs, and Byron Murphy Jr. attacked him up by his thighs and chopped him down. It's a gain of 1. 4th down is 4th and 3. And trailing 7-3, Matt LaFleur is going to keep the offense on the field against the NFL's first best 4th down defense. The Vikings are number 1 in the NFL on 4th down defense, giving up first downs just 36% of the time. Love out of the shotgun.
Just stay on sides. They're just trying to get us. They're trying to bait us into jumping.
3 on the play clock. Make it 2. Ain't nobody falling for it. Oh, wait, they snapped it. Love back to pass over the middle. Incomplete. Go ahead and take on the best 4th down defense in the NFL and get shut down like that. The Vikings have turned over the Green Bay Packers Packers on downs, and middle of the second quarter, we pause. 7-3 Minnesota, and U.S. Bank Stadium has ignited on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Hey, friends with food allergies, life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Vikings tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
Hosting the game at home? No worries. Kenmore has the lineup. Quick cooking air fryers, easy cook grills, spacious ovens, and powerful dishwashers mean you can serve up a spread and still have time to watch the game. Shop Amazon for the latest from Kenmore, a home appliance partner of the Minnesota Vikings. With Kenmore, cooking and cleanup are a breeze, so you never miss a play. Enjoy energy-efficient appliances that save you time and money. Elevate your game day experience with Kenmore's reliable and innovative products. Get more from Kenmore.
Fourth down stop by your Vikings defense on 4th and 3 to give the offense back on the field on their own 24-yard line. Guys, a little injury update. Patrick Jones, who was injured on that drive, is questionable to return with a knee injury. They said they'll know more at halftime after further evaluation.
Thanks, my brother. Ben Lieber on the Vikings sideline. Sam Darnold at quarterback, first down. Handoff goes up the middle. I believe it's Cam Akers, and he will fall ahead for maybe a gain of a yard. Aaron Jones getting his first breather this game. 8 runs, 30 yards. That's the first for Cam Akers. And with 7:10 and counting to go in the first half, the Vikings lead 7-3. Any surprise? LaFleur picked a fight with the NFL's best fourth down defense.
Well, what I was surprised about is how they got to the line of scrimmage and then waited till almost the play clock expired and then got the snap off. So, yeah, a lot about that play was just a little bit fishy.
2nd and 9 from the Vikings 25. Addison right, Jefferson left. Darnold out of the shotgun, facing a 4-man rush. He'll float out to the left, throw left, caught Hawkinson, who jukes left, then back to the right, across the 30 to the 35. First down, TJ Hawkinson. Sam Darnold to Hawkinson for 12. Chains move.
And he's out there, Edgerrin Cooper covering the flat. There's absolutely nobody else out there to help him. And Paul, it's not glamorous, it's not pretty, but it moves the chains, and it's super effective. And they're giving us that opportunity. They're keeping their corners and their safeties, all eyes on number 18. So you have to find the other guys that are open.
Darnold under center, the tailback Cam Akers. Justin Jefferson without a catch in motion to the right. Darnold play action from under center. Whips one over the middle, incomplete. Flags all over the place. Hey, I'm just going to lay it out as straight as I can. Keyshawn Nixon has zero chance of covering any Minnesota Vikings receiver. So just keep going at him because 25 just got his 9th penalty this season.
And Paul, pass interference, number 25.
Come on, every time.
First down.
And the crazy part is Keyshawn read it and had an unbelievably good break on it, and he still barely didn't get there in time
because he's overmatched.
Exactly right. And so with their injury situation, Javon Bullard is their safety, and they're huddling. They're bringing in guys, Keyshawn Nixon, Xavier McKinney, and they're moving these guys around. Our matchups on the outside are very, very good. Right now, Eric Stokes at corner. When we have him in nickel, I think we've got him outmatched.
17-yard penalty, first down Vikings from the Green Bay 46. Darnold, shotgun, fakes a handoff to Akers. It's a Jefferson screen left, turns it up to the 45, walks out of bounds at the 40-ish yard line, somewhere around the 39 or the 40. So Jefferson's first catch will go for 6 yards. It's 2nd and 4.
And that's really a long run, Paul. It's a run-pass option. Darnold can get to the line of scrimmage. He just takes a look at if they have extra guys in the box to stop the run and you have the number count outside that you want, you throw it out there and let JJ do his thing.
Darnold goes under center, 2nd and 4 from the Green Bay 40. 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Vikes lead 7-3. Couple of receivers to the right along with T.J. Hawkinson, who has 2 catches. Handoff, Cam Akers can't get to the outside. It'll be a loss. It'll be a loss and a wonderful tackle again by Edgerrin Cooper. The Texas A&M rookie has 2 TFLs this game, and he now has 10 on the season. He's terrific, 3rd and 6.
Paul, we saw as Darnold got into his count, you could see Xavier McKinney work his way down into the paint. And when Darnold stopped, I was waiting for that bootleg. I was waiting for that check. But we still handed the football off. And it's hard to do when they have extra guys in the box.
3rd down, 3rd and 6 from the Green Bay 42. Sam Darnold out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. He leads 7-3. Vikes get the ball to begin the second half. Jordan Addison in motion to the right. 4-man rush for Green Bay. Sam, straight drop, throws, caught, first down at the Green Bay 28. It's Jalen Naylor. Naylor will roll ahead to the 26 for a catch of 16 and a huge first down for the 13-2 Vikings.
Paul, what a great job by the offensive line again, giving Darnold time to go from his primary to secondary back to the middle of the field and find Jalen Naylor, who was one-on-one with Xavier McKinney. So this offense is starting to hum. I'd love to see him adjust a little bit more when they see that 8-man box, and I think we got this defensive backfield on their heels.
Naylor, 4 catches, 59 yards and a touchdown, first down. Toss right, Cam Akers with some room, stiff arm at the 22, shakes the tackle at the 20, toe taps at the 10, and that's where he's out of bounds. Cam Akers with a 16-yard run, and now it's first down for the Minnesota Vikings. It's 1st and goal.
Well, I think I can officially say that Cam Akers is just smooth. I mean, he didn't look like he was blazing a vapor trail or anything. He's just smooth. I mean, outside run. He gets hit, keeps his legs going. I'm very impressed with Cam Akers and how he just continues to fit in this run game.
First trip inside the 20 for the Vikings. They've scored touchdowns 9 of their last 10 trips inside the 20. Darnold, 1st and goal. Puts Trent Sherfield Sr. in motion to the left. Sam, back to pass. He's going to throw wide left to Akers. Incomplete, and it's a shame because Trent Sherfield had a member of the Green Bay Packers blocked about 5 feet back into his bench.
Yeah, it just wasn't there, and I think Darnold, I don't know if he threw it on purpose, Paul, but you're right. He didn't get it to where Cam Akers, who was on a little bit of a swing route, could catch that. Again, it's almost like a run play, a long handoff, trying to get to the outside. And for the Packers, Brenton Cox comes out of the game gimpy, so it's one less defender for the Packers.
And he's hot for them right now. 2nd and goal from the 10. Addison in motion. He gets it on a jet sweep left to right. Turns it up outside the numbers to the 10. Hit at the 9 by former Viking Eric Wilson and stopped after a 3-yard run. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 7. Clock runs. We're approaching the 2-minute warning. Each team with 3 timeouts. The Vikings get the ball to begin the second half, and I'll say it again because I rushed it last time, in the red zone inside the 20. The last 10 trips for the Minnesota Vikings have resulted in 9 touchdowns. It's time to make that 10 for 11.
Yeah, absolutely. And either way, I think putting points on the board at the end of this drive is going to make it a 7-point difference, which is what we want.
3rd and goal from the 7. Addison in motion to the left. T.J. Hawkinson moves to the right, closer to Cam Robinson. Green Bay blitzes. Darnold to the end zone. To Jefferson. Incomplete. He overthrew him. Justin Jefferson broke it up, back left to the end zone. Carrington Valentine, second year from Kentucky with good coverage. And here's Will Reichert. He's 0 of 1 today. A 57-yarder hit the crossbar.
And Paul, I like this decision here to take what should be an easy field goal and get you back to a 7-point lead, especially with the way our defense is playing. I think we match up better against this Green Bay offense in a 2-minute type situation, so I like this call.
25-yard try to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. DePaula sends it back to Ryan Wright, and Will Reichert kicks it through the uprights. And the Minnesota Vikings have a 10-3 lead with 2:16 to go in the first half. And once again, they get the ball to begin the second half. As we remind you, there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device. Install and stay connected to your Vikings local news with Fox Local.
And Paul, and Ben, you may want to jump in on this too, but as well as Darnold has played, I think He's been late on a couple throws. I think that touchdown throw that Addison, I think, still should have come down with. He was a little bit late there. And then on that last play to Justin Jefferson in the back of the end zone, usually right when that separation occurs, the ball is in the air. And I think he was just a little bit late. So Darnold, he's looking great, but I don't think 100% in this first half.
Well, you know what I kind of saw too, and who knows if Hawkinson was the primary read, but Hawk came down in motion in a chip situation right next to the left tackle, and he actually got blown up. He got pushed all the way back on his heels. I was wondering if he was supposed to chip and then be a late release and be the primary, and then once Sam saw that he was no longer an option, he had to go late to Justin.
Boom! There's Reichert's kick over the head of the, at times, lethal Keyshawn Nixon. So Green Bay will begin at the 30-yard line. After the Vikings went 10 plays, 69 yards, took 5:13 of quarter two. Will Reichert with a 25-yard field goal make. And with 2:16 to go in the first half, Minnesota leads 10-3. Josh Jacobs, the first half A topic for the Green Bay Packers. 12 runs, 58 yards. Jordan Love, 7 of 11, 45 yards. Love will go out of the shotgun, 3 receivers left. Jaden Reed now goes in motion to the right, then he swings behind Love, back to the left. After all that window dressing, they're going to hand it off to Josh Jacobs, who plows his way to the right side for 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
Ivan Pace being back has made such a huge difference in the running game, and the reason being is you don't really quite replace him with somebody else. It's not like you just stick Camus Brugier-Hill in there. You've been putting in Metellus and some other guys, but he's playing very, very well thus far.
2-minute warning. Vikings get the ball to begin the second half, and they lead 10-3. It's Border Battle 129 from Minneapolis on the KFA and Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Football fans, meet Pays, an online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, checking out is fast and convenient because eligible cards appear in one place, ready to use when you order your game day food delivery, your team's latest jersey, or flights to away games. You can beef up your defense at online checkout too. Using Pays gives you added security too because actual card numbers aren't shared with merchants. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at PAZE.com.
Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes butter and cheese. Because when you spread that butter to every corner of your bread and sprinkle that cheese over everything, you're spreading goodness to our farmer owners and their communities. So don't hold back. Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes cheese. Eat the Land O'Lakes butter. Savor every moment of it. Eat it like you own it. Because 1,000 of our farmer owners do. As a hometown Minnesota company, Land O'Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Vikings.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
One touchdown in the first half, couple of field goals. The only touchdown, Sam Darnold to Jalen Naylor. Reichard and McManus also have hit. 10-3 Minnesota. Green Bay's ball with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Each team with 3 timeouts. Green Bay, 2nd and 7 from its own 33. Jordan Love with 3 receivers left. Josh Jacobs also to his left. Green Bay has run for 61 first half yards. Jaden Reed in motion in front of Jordan Love. Now he halos back to his left. Jordan Love on a 7-step drop. He's trying to set up something deep. Now he runs up the middle. He stakes a Van Ginkel tackle, and he'll dive for a first down. 6-yard run. He might be short. No, he's short. So it's going to be a run of 6 yards, 3rd and very short for Green Bay.
What a great job coverage-wise. Jordan Love had absolutely nowhere to go with that football, Paul. Had to pull that thing down, so great job on the coverage side.
On 3rd and short, handoff. Josh Jacobs effortlessly runs up the middle, flag on the play, and he'll be hit and stopped at the 46 unofficially for a run of 6. But this penalty is going to go against the Green Bay Packers with a minute and a half to go in the first half.
Number 13 covered up another eligible receiver. 5-yard penalty. Replay 3rd down.
And Jordan Love, Paul, trying to get the offense to the line of scrimmage quickly to just get this run off. And, you know, that's what happens. You get lazy on the outside. Dontavian Wicks, it's easy to do. You just look down. If there's an eligible number, you step off. But as Dontavian Wicks gets taken out, so I'm sure LaFleur is having a long conversation with him right now, saying we can't afford in these situations to be going backwards.
Green Bay 3 of 6 on 3rd down. Minute and a half to go in the first half. Vikes lead 10-3. It's 3rd and 5 from the Green Bay 35. Jordan Love out of the shotgun. Minnesota rushes 4. Love on another deep drop. Here's a deep pass to Bo Melton, incomplete. Throwing to Bo Melton, covered beautifully by Byron Murphy Jr. Cam Bynum late on the scene, and Daniel Whelan is in to punch.
Paul, we are giving the Green Bay Packers man-to-man coverage on 3rd downs. It's 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 9, man-to-man. And Jordan Love has absolutely nowhere to go with the football. So the ability for Flores to play zone on base downs, not have anywhere to go, and then flip that switch and go to man-to-man at times, wow, very effective.
Whelan in his 2nd year never has had a punt blocked, and this one won't be blocked, and in fact it's a very deep one. Brandon Powell muffed it, but he picks it up at the 15, and then he goes down again at the 14. A 50-yard boomer by Daniel Whelan. Brandon Powell looked up the field before he caught it, but fortunately valor being the better part of discretion did not cost the Vikings, because with 1:16 to go in the first half here, Pete, Kevin O'Connell has all 3 of his timeouts and a 10-3 lead and gets the ball to begin the second half. How big is this moment right here?
Oh, it's huge. And to get yourself just to this is where having a guy like Reichard on the sideline is huge as well, because you don't need to get all the way to the 30-yard line to be in field goal range.
Darnold out of the shotgun, puts Jefferson in motion to the right. 1st and 10 from his own 16. Green Bay rushes 4. Sam throws over the middle, caught. TJ not covered. Caught at the 35, left to the 40, and he's finally taken down, and he topples at the 44. 27-yard grab for TJ Hawkinson, and a first down for the Vikings. Clock runs. Minnesota still has 3 timeouts.
It's a story as old as the Tampa 2 defense. If you're playing middle open, you run a tight end down the seam, and Hawkinson was right there.
2 receivers left and right. Darnold on first down. He's going to throw a quickie to the left side. Caught at the 50-yard line by Justin Jefferson. And it's a 7-yard gain, and we have a timeout. Timeout on the field with 39 seconds to go. And no, clock still running. No timeout.
Well, they're going to go ahead and get up. They still have all 3 timeouts
right
left, so here we go.
30 seconds to go. 2nd and 3 for the Vikings from the Green Bay 49. Minnesota leads 10-3. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Darnold on a 5-step drop. He's going to throw to the right. Caught Hawkinson at the 45 and stopped right there by Keyshawn Nixon. There's a timeout. That's a gain of 5 yards. and it'll be a first down. Hey, by the way, Hawkinson with 5 catches now has passed Jim Kleinsasser for 4th most catches by a tight end in the history of the Minnesota Vikings. And he also, with 56 yards, has passed Stu Voigt for the 4th most receiving yards by a tight end in Vikings history. Isn't that super special?
Well, we had competed against him for years and saw what the man can do. And if there's a guy one-on-one, especially when you get that mismatch, when teams want to play that big nickel, you have a tight end against a defensive back, and that's one you should win. So Darnold's ability to go to his tight end when he's in trouble or when things don't work out down the field the way he was hoping them to be is huge.
Here they come. Out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Sam Darnold goes back to pass with a 7-point lead. Oh, he's hit and he's sacked. Carl Brooks got him back at the 50. Carl Brooks, holy cow. Carl Brooks with a sack. He has 3.5 this season. Timeout on the field. It'll be a loss of about 5 yards, so 2nd and 15.
Yeah, that's another situation. I think if Hawkinson can get his head back around as an outlet a little bit more quickly, at least you're not going to lose yardage like they just did there. And for the most part, protection was good. He had time at the top of his drop, but he tried to pull that thing down and step up and was eventually sacked. So overall, I think this offensive line, Paul, has done a very, very good job. But these are these 2-minute situations, especially when you're knocking on the door of field goal range. That's a tough sack to take right there.
The halftime performer at US Bank Stadium is an artist named Nate Smith. He has a song called Wreckage, and it's apropos for what the Vikings passing game has done to Keyshawn Nixon. A lot of wreckage there. Let's find 25 on 2nd and 15 as Darnold goes back to pass, throws over the middle. Hawkinson bobbles it, brings it in at the 40, turns it up to the 37, and he stopped right there with a catch of 12. 5 seconds to go in the first half, make it 4. And so that's going to be a timeout taken by the Minnesota Vikings with a 10-3 lead. And here comes the Alabama rookie for a long field goal try. Vikings get the ball to begin the second half.
Yeah, and Paul, this is, again, if you don't take that sack, somehow come up with the incompletion, obviously 2 things happen. Number 1, the clock stops if it's an incomplete throw. And then number 2, that would have been that catch right there by Hawkinson would have been for a first down. So, it's little details. I get that. But as this team goes further into the playoffs, further in the season, those little things matter.
55-yard try, right hash to close the first half. Reichert 6 of 8 this year from 50+. He missed from 57 already.
Timeout. Green Bay, a 30-second timeout.
Now his 57-yard miss was going to the west side of US Bank Stadium. Not that wind or weather's a factor, but he missed it literally by inches. The ball hit the crossbar. Now to the east side, it's a 55-yarder, Mr. Analyst.
Yeah, and this it's a big opportunity here for the Vikings to go up by 10 points at halftime, and then you get the ball first. So if that first drive you're able to at least garner a field goal, you're looking at a 13-point lead, and you're building on things. So nice job though by the Vikings to not having a lot of time, getting that thing within field goal range.
Final play of the first half. Will Reichert takes 3 steps back. Andrew DePaula to ship it to Ryan Wright. 55-yard try. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. He missed it right. It's halftime.
We got a flag on the field.
Whoa, we got a flag.
Let's see what
from the Shepherds group.
Let's see what we got here, because you may get 5 more. If you get 5 yards here, it's first down. I don't know how much time they'll put back on the clock.
Untimed down though. Come on.
Offside, number 56. Defense was lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty results in a first down. We'll extend the half for 1 additional play.
And Will Reichert will now have a 50-yard try right hash.
And these are the mistakes that I'm talking about, Paul, right? These little mistakes that teams can make. The further you get, the bigger the game is, the more important knowing and getting all those little things down right. I mean, that is a huge mistake by the Packers to give Will Reichert another shot.
Edgerrin Cooper with the infraction. He's been the best defensive player all day for Green Bay. Snap spot. Play stoppage again. And, of course, that one split the uprights. Matt called a timeout. LaFleur called a timeout. He has 2 left. Cat and mouse of border battle, 129, Peter.
Yeah, LaFleur is he's red-faced over there. I don't know if I don't understand. He can't be frustrated with the officials. I could see he could be frustrated with his team.
Remember at Lambeau, Vinovich gave him an unsportsmanlike conduct for running 15 yards out on the field. He was acting like a fool.
That's right. That was, and I have no idea what the officials are talking about right now. Because you can't. Here we go.
Second charge timeout.
Yeah.
Green Bay, a 30-second timeout.
All right. LaFleur still working that side, Judge, though.
Yeah. I mean, our kicker's, 19 years old? He can kick all day long. You're not going to wear him out. So, but LaFleur, yeah, he's fired up, and I think he's more fired up about his team, Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah, and be honest with you, that the original miss, going into halftime at 10-3, it would give Green Bay a little bit of momentum, but the fact that they've managed to mess this thing up, be offsides, and then give Reichert an opportunity here, a huge momentum swing if he puts it through.
Reichert, halftime closer, first half closer, take 3. Snap spot. The kick is up, and it's good. Will Reichert from 50 yards kicks the Vikings to a 13-3 lead, and because Green Bay won the toss and decided to take the ball only for Josh Jacobs to fumble, the Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. Can't wait to call it. Thank you very much for listening. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
I'm Bruce Murray.
And I'm Rich Gannon.
Join us Monday, noon Eastern time on the Sirius XM Blitz. We recap all the action from Week 17, including the huge matchup in the NFC North between the Packers and the Vikings, the playoff implications after the Broncos visit the Cincinnati, and Sunday Night Football after the Falcons visit Washington.
Plus, we'll discuss Monday Night Football with the Lions at the 49ers and playoff scenarios in the AFC and NFC.
So don't miss the Sirius XM Blitz with me and Rich Gannon. Monday, noon Eastern, Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and on the Sirius XM app.
From Brat Summer to high-level hip-hop beef.
They not like us. They not like us.
Your fans are rejoicing, thinking this is my expiration.
Relive the songs and stories that define 2024 on the SiriusXM app with exclusive countdowns of the year's best tracks from your favorite channels. Plus the biggest moments in sports, comedy, and beyond.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Just search 2024 on the app to start the look back.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the SiriusXM app.
The Minnesota Vikings halftime report is presented by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Now live from U.S. Bank Stadium, here's Mike Mussman.
13-3, Vikes have the lead here at U.S. Bank Stadium, and here are your halftime stats presented by Lumen, official technology partner of your Minnesota Vikings. And it goes like this: Sam Darnold, 17 of 22, 184, a touchdown, 0 interceptions, and that is a passer rating of 116.5. Aaron Jones on the ground, 8 carries, 30 yards so far. T.J. Hawkinson has 5 receptions for 68 yards. And Jalen Naylor, 4 receptions, 59 yards. And and he's also got a touchdown in that first half. Meanwhile, you got Love with the Green Bay Packers, 7 of 12, only 45 yards in the first half. Jacobs on the ground, 13 carries, 61 yards, and it's Kraft with 1 reception for 18 yards, leading the way for the Green Bay Packers. Hey, located at Eden Prairie Center, Wildfire offers a selection of steaks, chops, and also seafood in a modern-day 1940s supper club. Join them for lunch, dinner, or carry-out, and you can even have your next corporate or social event in one of their private rooms. You can let them cater to your home or your office. Visit wildfirerestaurant.com and do it today. Some other scores from earlier today. The Bills all over the Jets, 40-14. It was so bad that they actually benched Aaron Rodgers. And it's the Raiders over the Saints, 25-10 in that one. We got the Giants putting up 45 on the Colts, 45-33. Neighbors in that game, 7 receptions, 171 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Eagles easily beat the Cowboys, 41-7. And in that one, you got Barkley going for 31 carries and 167, and it's Bucks over the Panthers, 48-14, even though our guy, Adam Thielen, had 2 touchdowns in that game. Hey, Lifetime is the athletic country club of the Minnesota Vikings. Champions, healthy, happy kids and families. Learn more at lifetime.org. Make that again, lifetime.life/kids. Tatum Everett is just sneaking into the booth right now. She's coming in for the second half of our halftime show. 13-3, Vikes have the lead on the Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
You know, it's crazy what you can pick up when no one's calling. The inviting sway of switchgrass prairie. Boots crunching dirt on a Black Hills climb. A wide open mind riding down the open road. And the silence of a darn good sunset from east to west. So go ahead and unplug. There's so much South Dakota, so little time.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly, non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
Hey, Vikings fans, listen up. Step up your shoe game this season with Trade Home Shoes, your Minnesota-based employee-owned retailer. Trade Home Shoes has on-trend footwear for the entire family. Brands like New Balance, Hoka, On, Birkenstock, Rival Shoes, and more. With over a century of experience in 130 locations nationwide, Trade Home Shoes is where generations meet comfort and style. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Fires to the end zone.
Now, back to Vikings football on the Fan.
Welcome back, Vikings Football Sunday, 13-3 at the half. Showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as a Jameson Football Fanatic of the Week. Enter at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prize packs, and one Jameson Football Fanatic of the Season will get a co-branded mini fridge. You must be 21 or over to enter. As I mentioned, 13-3. Naylor with the touchdown there, and Tatum Everett from the VEN, Vikings Entertainment Network, joins me now. And let's say it right now. Sam Darnold has just been throwing some dimes, especially to Naylor over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson over the middle as well, and, of course, that touchdown there as well.
Yeah, no, he's been having a lot of time in the pocket. I think that the offensive line is doing really good against this Packers front so far, so it's been great to see Sam out there. I still think he is kind of feeling the groove. I still think there's a little bit of rhythm that we can continue to find, but so far, this offense can move the ball. I just think you need to capitalize more on your opportunities right here. You know, the defense has been doing really well providing those opportunities. You get the fourth down turnover on downs. You get the fumble from the first drive. And you're able to capitalize on that.
Forced fumble and Cam Button.
Yeah, so I think you need to see something like that happen. Yep. Just keep them at bay and continue to capitalize on some opportunities.
And we got to see another Sally, so that was good.
Oh my gosh, High School Musical. It was amazing. I hope that it gets the same reception from some of the stars like Zac Efron, Vanessa Hudgens. It was perfectly timed as a High School Musical aficionado myself. Perfectly on beat.
13-3 here at the half, and Jordan Love only has 45 yards total in the first half.
Yeah, and it's funny. We have 45 rushing yards, and they have 64. So it's like you are able to contain Josh Jacobs. If we continue to kind of get some of the time off the clock, get Aaron Jones, get Cam Akers running a little bit more, contain Josh Jacobs. I mean, he's been so good, and if you stop him and force Love into these situations, I think you could walk away winners.
It was weird for us to see Will Reichert actually miss. 57-yarder, hits the crossbar early on, and then in the end there, he misses at 55, but because of the penalty, gets one from 50.
He gets one from 50, and then he's looking at Keyshawn Nixon, and he is talking some smack, and that's what I love about him as a kicker. He is calm, cool, and collected. Nothing rattles this guy, and he did this at Bama. He will stand over people. He has an edge to him that you don't expect from the babyface, but it really works well for him.
Well, absolutely, and it's going to feel like it's one of those games that we're going to need him potentially at the end. Second half is coming up here next. Tatum, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so nervous, Mus, but I'm so excited.
Yes, this is so good. 13-3 at the half right now, and today's matchup is presented by 3M, the official science partner of the Minnesota Vikings. 3M is proud to bring innovation and integrity to U.S. Bank Stadium while adding warmth and brightness to today's game with one-of-a-kind hand warmers for the first 40,000 fans, and they came in very early, ready for this game. As I mentioned, 13-3 here at the half. The Vikings get the ball to start up the second half, and of course, you're going to have Pete Persich along with Paul Allen and Ben Lieber all on the call. It's coming up next on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
It may be cold outside, but we are only weeks away from the start of golf season. Get ready for 2025 with SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio's season preview show, where you can hear about the biggest storylines and players to watch out for next season.
I think Rory really wants to get back to the summit of our game.
Hear the SiriusXM PGA Tour Radio 2025 season preview show tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern on Channel 92 in the car and anytime with the SiriusXM app.
Christmas Eve, Bad Santa made his return.
Come on up!
History was made in 2004 when Eminem partnered with SiriusXM to launch Shade 45. Computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
This is Dave LaGreca from SiriusXM's Busted Open, and I love pro wrestling. And so do you. And that's why I'm bringing it to you every day on the Busted Open podcast. Join me in a cast of pro wrestling Hall of Famers for reactions, insights, and interviews with the biggest names. Plus, weekly sessions all about their decades of wrestling expertise that we call the Masters Class. Download Busted Open now on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcast.
This is Bill Belichick. Hear me break down the week in the NFL every Monday night on Let's Go, 6 Eastern on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Vikings football.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
13-3, Minnesota leads Green Bay, and the Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. Welcome back. Hey, that Will Reichard field goal meant another donation of field goals for charity, courtesy of Innovative and Post-it Brands, programs benefiting NMDP, formerly Be the Match. Visit nmdp.org/Vikings to make a difference. The Vikings will be heading to the west side of US Bank Stadium. Again, Green Bay won the toss, opted to take the ball. Jerry Tillery forced a fumble recovered by Cam Bynum on Josh Jacobs. The Vikings couldn't do anything with it. Will Reichard hit the crossbar from 57. Nevertheless, they lead 13-3 to begin the second half, and boom! There's the kick over the head of Ty Chandler, and Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings will begin from their own 30. Quick trip trivia. Who scored all 3 Vikings offensive touchdowns in the 1974 opener at Green Bay? Chuck Foreman, Bill Brown, Oscar Reed, Oscar Narin, or Ed Marinaro? The answer, Chuck Foreman. That's trivia provided by Quick Trip. From the Vikings offense, Pete, what you looking for?
I'm just looking at seeing what personnel group that the Packers are trotting out on defense, and looks like they're going to stick with a 5-man front, kind of go to a 5-2 and play an umbrella behind it, so the opportunity to run the football will still be there.
Darnold under center, tailback Aaron Jones, and he gets the toss. Aaron will angle to the right side, and he's taken down after a run of 2. Excellent piece of open field tackling by T.J. Slayton, 4th year from Florida, second down.
Yeah, T.J. Slayton, Paul, and we talked about him a lot in the first game, just as a guy in the middle of the defense at 320 pounds just a huge man. And hey, you got to make this guy run, make him go sideline to sideline. You don't let this guy just camp out and take up space, because he does it very, very well.
T.J. Hawkinson, 5 catches, 68 yards. He goes in motion to the left on 2nd and 8 from the Vikings 32, just underway in the second half. Green Bay rushes 3 as Sam looks to pass, throws short over the middle, caught. Justin Jefferson at the 37, 5-yard gain, 3rd and 3.
Good positive yards after a run on first down. And again, not getting behind the chains. With this down and distance, you have a lot of options. The tight ends very, very much in play. So it would be nothing better for this Vikings team than to have a nice, slow, deliberate drive ending in points to begin this second half.
Darnold sacked just one time. It was Carl Brooks. As the Vikings rush to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 3, and they quick snap it. Darnold, quick pass over the middle, caught Aaron Jones, and he will grind his way for a first down. He gets to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Chains move. First down, Minnesota Vikings.
Well, and you get that feeling right now that if this offense can continue to grind this thing out, that you're starting to wear down this Packers defense. I mean, if you could keep these chains moving. We don't want to do anything to give them momentum, because I think that this is a pivotal point in this game.
Jones the single set. Darnold goes under center. Sam, play action off Jones. He'll drift out to the left, eyes down the field, looks to throw to Jones, but it was tipped by Carl Brooks, who's having a heck of a game. 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 41.
And this is the adjustment that the Packers are coming out with a 5-man front, which means they're going to be short someone in the zone. Nice job by Darnold to escape and to get out wide. Almost turned it into a bootleg. So this is a game of adjustments. And you talk about Kevin O'Connell and Coach of the Year and all those things. The adjustments this offense has made throughout the season at halftime have been phenomenal. But we'll see what they're going to do with this change in the Packers defense.
Addison in motion to the right. He's slot right. Outside of him is Justin Jefferson. Darnold with a quick hitter right. Addison puts the pedal to the metal at the 41, and he's stopped at the 42-yard line. That'll be a short gain. And Javon Bullard, that rookie safety from Georgia, was able to bring him down. So it is 3rd and 8 from the Vikings 43. 12:40 and counting to go in the third quarter. 13-3 Minnesota.
Well, protection is key right here, because, again, it's a 3rd and about 7, 3rd and 8. You can't just throw a hot route or a quick throw and move the chains. So it's going to be imperative that the front 5 take care of 4 rushing defensive linemen from Green Bay.
Minnesota 4 of 7 on third down. This is 3rd and 8 from the 43. Addison in motion. Darnold facing a blitz. He'll drift out to the right. Throw over the middle. Caught, first down. At the 35, it's Jalen Naylor, who's killing everything green and gold. It's a 22-yard hit for Naylor, who now has 81 yards on 5 catches and a touchdown. And first down for the Vikings at the Green Bay 35. This time of possession is becoming an issue, Pete. Vikings have had it 20 minutes. Green Bay 12 and change.
Yeah, I love that. And you know how much with this team, I think time of possession is huge. Let's talk about the Jalen Naylor thing. Jalen Naylor scored the touchdown on the in routes being jumped by the corners and safeties. Now they're just rolling everything off, opening up the middle of the field.
C.J. Ham and Josh Oliver to the left of Cam Robinson. On first down, Sam Darnold out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right. Play stops. Delay of game, Vikings, I believe.
Delay of game.
That's great.
Number 14,
come on, guys.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Hey. Again, these are those small mistakes, and as the season goes on, you want to make less and less of them. You just got yourself off, out of a sticky situation at 3rd and 7 against this Green Bay defense, and you don't want to start the drive now making it 1st and 15, especially at this critical part of the field.
Darnold, 21 of 27, 217 and a touchdown. 1st and 15 from the Green Bay 40 with a 10-point lead early in the 3rd quarter. Snap. Darnold, short drop, throws wide right, caught Jefferson at the 35, and J.J. steps out of bounds at the 33. So that'll be a quick hitting gain of 6, maybe 7. It'll be 2nd and right around 8.
Paul, when we get a good read on what Green Bay's trying to do, in that case they were in an 8-man box, it's almost effortless, 7-8 yards at a pop on the outside with the way our receivers are playing. What's really with the way Eric Stokes and Carrington Valentine and Keyshawn Nixon are giving the cushions to our our wide receivers. 2nd and 8 from the Green Bay 33. 3 receivers left. Jefferson joins the 2. Now the pass goes to the left. Caught by Jefferson. Turns it up to the 30. 25 first down. Bounces off a Packer at the 20. And then he's flung out of bounds by Javon Bullard. It's a 14-yard first down connection from Darnold to Jefferson. First down at the Green Bay 18. Oh, it was the perfect call at exactly the perfect time. The Packers brought pressure from the far side of the field, and you could see Edgerrin Cooper and some miscommunication, meaning they were coming with the full-out blitz. That means what? One-on-ones on the receivers all over on this side of the field.
Yeah.
So you had the matchup. You wanted perfect play call for the perfect time.
Addison slot right. Jefferson outside of him. 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 18. The Vikings are chewing on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Play action, and Sam throws to the right. Throws to Addison. Caught. Touchdown! With his 9th receiving touchdown this year, the Vikings have a 19-3 lead.
Now, Jordan Addison was in the far flat, Paul, and as soon as he saw Darnold step up in the pocket, he took that thing vertically. Eric Stokes' eyes were not on Addison. They were on Darnold, and then it was too late. So, again, you give Darnold enough time, especially when you pressure, to step up in the pocket. We saw him last week against Seattle and what he could do. Same situation right there.
Extra point. Will Reichert, snap spot, and it's good. On the sleep number scoreboard, the Vikings get the ball to begin the 2nd half, and they march down the field and score a touchdown. It's Minnesota 20, Green Bay 3. And this is Minnesota Vikings football.
Vikings fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Minnesota Vikings on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Vikings content, including coach and player press conferences, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Minnesota Vikings today.
Hey everybody, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. If you're a racing fan, Dirty Mo Media, they have the ultimate lineup for you, even in the off-season. From NASCAR drivers and crew members to industry insiders, we've got it all. Whether you're tuning in to Herman Schrader, Becoming Earnhardt Season 2, Door Bumper Clear, The Teardown, or even Speed Street for you IndyCar fans, we're covering every angle of motorsports in the off-season. Dirty Mo Media is your home for all things NASCAR now on the SiriusXM app and wherever you get your podcasts.
Feel that 3 a.m. euphoria any time of the day on BPM, a channel delivering non-stop dance and electronic hits. Get down, and live sets from the world's top DJs. The beat never stops on BPM Channel 52. And at home with SiriusXM on your phone, computer, Alexa, TV, or other internet-connected devices.
Hey, football fans, this is Jim Miller.
And I'm Pat Kerwin. Be sure to join us tomorrow for Moving the Chains at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio.
We'll be breaking down all the action from a weekend full of football and getting you ready for Monday night as the Lions are in San Fran to take on the 49ers.
Plus, we'll keep you up to date with the latest injury news and talk with both Falcons head coach Raheem Morris and Bucs head coach Todd Bowles.
So come talk some ball with us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Tune to SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 all year long to hear expert opinions and analysis from former players, coaches, and executives.
Well, it was a perfect pass of Jordan Addison. It's going to put the Vikings up 20-3 over the Green Bay Packers. And the blitz was picked up perfectly on that particular play. But guys, I'm really curious why Green Bay has not adjusted their four-man rush package. It worked a little bit in the first half, but not so much in the second quarter and now in the third quarter. What they're trying to do, they're trying to get creative with the four-man rush to leave 7 guys in coverage. So they're dropping an edge player, but bringing a safety or a linebacker on the blitz. We're recognizing it, we're picking it up seamlessly, and we're throwing right to the void. So they better pick up something, they better adjust. If not, we're going to keep out-coaching them.
Boom! Oh, wait. Sheffers threw a flag. Huh?
Landed outside the landing
Illegal
zone.
Kick landed short of the landing zone.
Okay.
It will be Green Bay's ball, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
40?
Yeah. A couple of records on that touchdown. Sam Darnold, by the way, now has thrown 34 touchdown passes. That is the most in the history of the Vikings for a quarterback in his first year. It passes Brett Favre from 2009. Jordan Addison with 19 receiving touchdowns. That ties him for second with Sammy White for players in their first 2 years with the Minnesota Vikings. 19 receiving touchdowns for Addison. Jordan Love from his own 40. He'll fire it left, caught Romeo Doubs, his first catch this game, and he will run ahead to the 44, maybe 45. That'll be a gain of 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
Well, and let's not overlook the impressive job that this defense has done thus far. Green Bay only scoring 3 points. We're almost halfway through the third quarter.
Right.
This is an offense that's been averaging 30 points a game over the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yep.
Now, this should be a penalty right there. Thank you very much.
O'Connell's tripping out. What's happening?
Well, you had 12 guys in the huddle.
5-yard penalty. Green Bay 2nd down.
They had too many men out there. No, we mean yes.
So, a great job thus far, Paul, by our defense to slow down, especially the running game early. We know what their MO is. Josh Jacobs, pound the rock. Yeah, Jacobs, he's got 51 or 61 yards on the ground, so he's not been inert, but he hasn't been explosive.
And he's to the right of Jordan Love on 2nd and 11 from his own 39, trailing by 17 in the third quarter. Handoff Jacobs up the middle, hit at the point of attack. Metellus makes him change direction. Then a host of purple defenders swarm him for a gain of 2. It's now 3rd and 9 Green Bay from its own 41.
And that's where Josh Metellus has improved the most, Paul, is he's gotten so many snaps at linebacker with Ivan Pace being out. The downs and distances where they say, yeah, we're going to put him in there. And for that reason, he's reading the guard pulls. He's getting over the top. He's getting in there and making tackles. So I mean, Josh Metellus, yeah, he plays every position, but the point is he plays all of them very well.
Green Bay, 3 of 7 on third down, operating against the Vikings defense without Patrick Jones, lost for the game. Love out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Now he floats out to the right, eyes down the field, throws it, and incomplete at the 48. Byron Murphy Jr. in a very physical, let's say, coverage of Jaden Reed. No flags on the field, so Whelan's in to punt.
We might have gotten away with on that one.
I think we did.
Now, here's the thing. Again, 3rd and long, playing man-to-man. Byron Murphy got caught up in the mix, and that he was hustling to get back to his coverage. That's why he was in a full dead sprint before Jordan Love even threw that football. And, I don't know if they thought it was uncatchable or what, but it looked to me like there was some contact there. But you know what? Against this team, I'll take it.
Snap to Whelan. High snap. Whelan with an end-over-end punt. Bounces at the 23. Elite Minnesota bounce. 26, 27, 28. And goes out of bounds about the 30-yard line. Daniel Whelan-Doke, a 29-yard punt on the Sleep Number scoreboard. Middle of the 3rd quarter, Vikings have the ball and a commanding 20-3 lead on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice. Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See QuickTrip.com/fanzone for details.
Hey, Vikings fans, when you stay at Omni Viking Lakes, you stay at the official hotel of your favorite team. At Omni, we believe experiences matter, which is why we built this place for real fans like yourself, even putting it right next to the practice facility. You've dreamt of a place like this, and now you can dream in a place like this. Score! So, Vikings fans, when you're looking for a place to stay in the game at Omni Viking Lakes Hotel.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking Scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for your chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. The only other game going on, that's the Dolphins and the Browns. Dolphins have the lead, 13-3. Huntley runs one in. He also is 18 of 21, 195 so far in that game. And to make this announcement, Wolves and Spurs game has been delayed due to Target Center's court. The game is now a tip-off at 8:10 this Sunday evening after the court had to be replaced pregame. Now back to PA.
Holy cow. Go Wolves. With those here at U.S. Bank Stadium trying to make it a doubleheader, they just caught a break with an 8 o'clock start. Meanwhile, 20-3 Minnesota. Sam Darnold, 1st and 10 from his own 30-yard line. He's 24 of 30, 257-2. And he's going to hand it to Cam Akers, who bounces off a very hard Edger and Cooper hit. He'll lose a yard, but holy cow, this 56 just put a big old hit on him.
Yeah, he does. And again, they're going with the big personnel, 8-man box. It's just very tempting to be throwing the football right now. But I think right now Kevin O'Connell understands that the clock is the enemy. Possessions are the enemy. And you're going to have to run the football and find a way. So these are the tough times when you still have to be efficient in the run, even though the defense is looking for it.
2nd and 11. Jefferson in motion to the left. He's outside TJ Hawkinson. 2 receivers right. Green Bay rushes 4. Sam Darnold throws up to Hawkinson, intercepted. It is picked off by Valentine, who turns it up to the 40, 35, 30. Gets the sideline. He dropped it. It was poked away, but Green Bay recovered it at the 16-yard line. And Carl Brooks, who has a sack, he's the one to come out of the pile with it, but that's an interception for Sam Darnold. Carrington, Valentine.
Early on the field, it was an interception.
Yeah.
That was subsequently fumbled and recovered by the intercepting team. First down, Green Bay.
So Darnold now has thrown 34 touchdowns this season, and that is his 12th interception, and only his second interception in the last 6 games. And Green Bay trailing 20-3. I mean, this is the newest, biggest possession of their season at the Vikings 16. They need to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, they do, and it kind of evens it up on the take-give, and that's really the one thing that I thought could derail this team in the second half. You got to give credit to Jalen Naylor, who chased that thing down and caused the fumble. So Darnold was just trying to get that football into T.J. Hockenson, and let me tell you what, that was a heck of an interception by Carrington Valentine.
First down from the 16 of the Vikings off the pick. Handoff Josh Jacobs. He'll weave to the left, bounce off a Viking at the 15, and he'll plow ahead to the 14 for a run of 3. That'll make it 2nd and 7. By the way, how about this, Pete? Jordan Love is 8 of 14 for 50 yards. His yards per attempt is 3.5.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful job by the Viking defense, and I think it's us sneaking that man-to-man and playing a lot more man-to-man on 3rd and long situations where he has nowhere to go with the football and has had to pull that thing down. So the yards per attempt are naturally going to fall with that.
Love has not been picked off in a month and a half. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 7 from the Vikings 13. Love looks right, throws right, and it's caught at the 8 by Dobbs, who turns to his left and stumbles to the 5, make it the 4. So that's a gain of 9 yards and a first down for the Green Bay Packers. First and goal from the 4-yard line. 20-3 Minnesota, 6 minutes and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Green Bay 0 of 1 in the red zone.
Yeah, that's a bad snap there by Stephon Gilmore. He just got his timing off, got his feet turned around on himself, and just went downhill, gave up way too much of a cushion. So Stephon Gilmore probably wishes he had that one back.
Love facing the NFL's number 2 goal-to-go defense, giving up touchdowns 58% of the time, 2nd best in the game. First and goal, handoff Jacobs, up the middle, goes plowing into a Viking to the 3, and he stopped at the 2, maybe the 1. That'll be a 3-yard gain for Josh Jacobs. 2nd and goal from the 1. In very Ezekiel Elliott-like fashion when Zeke was really good, Jacobs is super good at falling ahead for that extra yard and a half.
He definitely is, but the clock keeps running, and I think that's good because they're going to try running it right here again.
Handoff, Josh Jacobs. He'll jump cut left and get into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. It's 20-9 Minnesota. And for Josh Jacobs, his 14th rushing touchdown this year and his 15th touchdown overall. And Green Bay has life.
Well, they didn't just give up, and we made the Packers run the football and burn some time off the clock, which is a good thing, but the score sheet's been even as far as turnovers go. Darnold, that was a heck of a play by Valentine, but the rest of the way, we got to keep things clean.
McManus has made 82 consecutive extra points. Kick is up and make it 83. Brandon McManus has not missed an extra point since 2022 when he played for the Denver Broncos. 5:07 to go in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota has a 20-10 lead. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Send 2024 packing with a full-blown party music experience.
SiriusXM has you covered this college football season.
The college football playoff action continues with Penn State taking on Boise State in the 2nd round this weekend. Can Penn State keep it rolling after a big win over SMU, or Genti and the Broncos prove to be too much for them to handle? Make sure you tune in to Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio. Channel 159 in the car and on the SiriusXM app.
Intercepted Bates, locked through a pick six, and Jesse will cruise for the touchdown.
Take on Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders.
Daniels into the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Jamison Crowder!
Tonight at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. Catch the national broadcast on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88. The Falcons call on Sirius 81 XM 226. The Commanders call on Sirius 85 XM 225. In the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 8:20 on the Sirius XM app.
They take 7 points off of that takeaway, off of that Valentine interception. You know, it's a little adversity that we're facing right now. But you know what, guys? It was a great defensive play by Valentine. And here's the other thing. That's only Sam Darnold's second interception in the last 7 games. So let's just all take a collective deep breath. We got another opportunity right now with 5:07 left in the third quarter.
The ever altruistic Ben Lieber from the Minnesota Vikings sideline. After Green Bay goes 4 plays, 16 yards, took a minute 56. Jacobs from 1 off a Sam Darnold interception. 20-10 Minnesota. And McManus is set to kick it away. Ty Chandler and Cam Akers deep for the Vikings, end over end kick. And Chandler will catch it 6 yards deep, call for the fair catch. And here come the Minnesota Vikings. As we remind you right now, you can pick up a commemorative Pepsi Vikings Cup at US Bank Stadium for your chance to win Victor's Ride and or other great prizes. Fill your cup with an ice cold Pepsi. Get ready for game day. And Minnesota Vikings football is better with Pepsi. Skol. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen, and Sam Darnold. 24 of 31, 257, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
Good.
Takes the snap on 1st and 10. Handoff Aaron Jones right up the middle for a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I like that. Just handing that thing off and getting positive yardage. And if we can run the football on this 5-man front that Green Bay's put out there, then we're going to be in pretty good shape.
Darnold in a hurry. Out of the shotgun on 2nd and 5. Takes the snap. Straight drop. Bounces off a Packer. Throws it to the right side of the field. And is caught at the 35-yard line by Jones. And he's running in front of his former coach and a bunch of former teammates for a 7-yard gain and a fresh 4 for the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, I just wish Darnold would get that thing out there a little bit more quickly, Paul. But nice job protecting up front. He goes to his outlet and throws the football, and that's a long throw, but in a great spot where Jones is able to catch that thing and keep his shoulders pointed downfield.
Darnold gets the play from Kevin O'Connell. O'Connell coaching his 50th regular season game. Has Darnold out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from his own 41. Quick hitter left to Jefferson. Nice block by Addison. Jefferson cuts right to the 45, back to the left to the 47, and that'll be a 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. That's the second play. Addison has done a really good job run blocking.
Yeah, you have to love Jordan Addison. I mean, he's not the biggest receiver in the world, but, man, he's tough.
Shotgun for Darnold on 2nd and 4 from his own 47 with a 20-10 lead. Sam throws over the middle, flag on the play, caught Aaron Jones across the 45 to about the 40. So that'll be a 13-yard first down gain unofficially. And this penalty is going to go against Green Bay.
Absolutely. Justin Jefferson was being held by Corey Ballantyne, I think. So we'll see what if they're going to decline it or just tacking on the end. I'm not sure.
Tell us all about it, Carl.
Hands to the face.
The use of hands to the face, number 24. Defense. Our penalties decline. Results of the play, first down.
Valentine, you nailed it.
Yeah, and so he tried to go with the delayed jam and got the hands up in Justin Jefferson's face. So Paul, on the edges, this defense, they're feeling it, right? They know that they're going to be challenged and that they've got a tough job. They have to cover Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson in space.
Addison wide right, opposite Keyshawn Nixon. Jefferson joins him to become slot right, 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 40. Tight end Johnny Munt in motion to the right of Sam Darnold under center. Play action. Sam, great pocket. Throws to Addison. Caught at the 20-yard line. Right side of the field. Right on Keyshawn Nixon. All right with this K9 stuff. 20-yard gain. First down Vikings.
Yeah, great route by Addison. Just setting up Keyshawn Nixon. And again, Keyshawn Nixon really doing a nice job at breaking, but he just can't quite get there in time as Addison keeps coming back to the football, goes up, makes a great catch. So what I love about Darnold, Paul, is exactly what happened. Last series, interception. This time he's attacking the middle of the field. It's like he's not in that last series. He's just moving right along.
Addison 669-1, first down. Handoff Aaron Jones to the left side to the 15. Gets to the 10, taken down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Isaiah McDuffie with a touchdown-saving ankle tackle. 13-yard run by the former Packer Aaron Jones. First and goal from the 7.
Wow, that was a career investment decision right there. That was just made by Carrington Valentine. I mean, he literally just stuck an arm out to try to slow down Aaron Jones. So if you can get those blocks, get those down blocks, and get Aaron Jones one-on-one with Valentine, that's a matchup that we can wear out.
The Vikings, 1 touchdown from 2 trips inside the 20. First and goal. Toss left to Aaron, trying to score on his former team. Can't get the edge because that rookie Edgerrin Cooper has his 3rd tackle for loss this game. That's a loss of 2. Second and goal from the 9, Edgerrin Cooper.
Well, when you get those combo blocks on the outside, you're going to have somebody looking for 56. You just can't let him go and say the running back's going to handle him. He's just too big and fast, and he's had an impressive end of his rookie season, Paul. This kid can pretty much do it all.
Cooper with 10 tackles for loss, 3.5 sacks, second-round rookie from Texas A&M. Second and goal from the 9. Sam Darnold goes out of the shotgun. Cam Akers joins him to his left. Jefferson left, 3 receivers right. Akers jumps to the right, now back to the left. Darnold out of the shotgun, takes the snap, swings it to Akers, turns it up to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Cam Akers with his 3rd touchdown this season, and Minnesota responds beautifully and opens up the lead 26-10.
Paul, you mentioned earlier about the time of possession. And why is that important? And as you look at the Vikings now leading in that category by over 10 minutes, those tackles out in the flat have become they're missed tackles now. They're trying to ankle tackle Cam Akers, and they just can't do it. So having the ball, wearing out the defense, it's starting to pay dividends.
Reichert for the extra point, snap spot, and it is good. 51 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Minnesota leads 27-10 from a raucous U.S. Bank Stadium. Heard on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clapboard windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Grand Survey of U.S. contractors.
Vikings fans, be the light for a local family in need this holiday. Many families are forced to choose between paying for rent or buying groceries. Nobody should have to choose. Ring bells or donate to the Salvation Army and be a light. Every $100 raised feeds 3 families for a week, helps save a family from eviction, or provides hope when someone needs it most. Learn more at salvationarmynorth.org. Together, we can be the light.
Why do 90% of Vikings players have a Sleep Number smart bed? Because they need a bed that adjusts to their individual shape, position, and temperature preferences to help boost recovery time. Sleep Number does that. Game-changing sleep is life-changing. And now it's our lowest price of the season on our top-selling i8 smart bed. Your best savings, plus special financing. All Sleep Number smart beds offer temperature solutions for your best sleep. Exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com. Official sleep and wellness partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from U.S. Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields fan shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
interception leads to a Green Bay touchdown. He comes right back, and he rips a couple passes down the field, and it was a Cam Akers screen to the left that got the Vikings back in the end zone, up 27-10. And guys, there's a couple things I loved about that. I saw Josh McCown, the quarterback coach, turn to head coach Kevin O'Connell and say, great play, great call. And then when he was coming off the field, Garrett Bradbury, who got 2 blocks on that one play, he gets a special appreciation from head coach Kevin O'Connell. He goes right up to him. O'Connell gets right in his face, tells him great job, gives him a little slap on the butt. So a lot of celebration for the play call and the execution on that touchdown play.
And Sam Darnold now has thrown 35 touchdowns against 12 interceptions. Once again, he has thrown the most touchdowns by any player in Vikings history in their first season. Brett Favre in that memorable 09 season threw 33. Sam Darnold has 35. Cam Akers has 2 receiving touchdowns this season. Jordan Addison has 9. Jalen Naylor has 6. They've all caught touchdowns from Sam today. Handoff goes to Emmanuel Wilson, a rare showing of the backup running back, and he heads up the middle for a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
And this is 27 points our offense has put up on a defense, Paul, that only gives up 19.1 on average.
Love out of the shotgun, 2nd and 4. Delayed blitz by Metellus. Pass right.
No!
Romeo Doubs had it at the 47, but then as he came to the ground, he lost it. He was not impeded by any member of the Vikings defense. So, 26 seconds to go in quarter 3. Minnesota leads 27-10, and it's 3rd and 4 for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, they've had 2 or 3 drops. A 4th down drop, that one right there. There's one other one that's happened. So, the receivers leaving some plays, the Packer receivers leaving some plays on the field.
Green Bay, 3 of 8 on 3rd down. The Vikings' 3rd down defense into the game, 2nd best in the NFL. Dontavian Wicks in motion to the left. 3 receivers left. Love out of the shotgun. Wilson by his side. Takes the snap. 5-man rush. Love throws to the left. It's caught by Doubs at the 40. Very close to the 1st down. It was a gain of, I believe, 5. Yes, they got the 1st down. Clock runs. 15-14, 13-12. 1st and 10, Green Bay from its own 40-yard line. Love wants to get another play off before the 3rd quarter ends. The Vikings are having trouble getting players onto the field, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. The Minnesota Vikings have a 27-10 lead over Green Bay into the 4th quarter. The Vikings trying to win 9 consecutive games for the first time since the 1973 Vikings. 27-10 home team from US Bank Stadium. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
Touchdown! Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Every NFL Sunday, you'll hear all the big plays on SiriusXM NFL Radio's Sunday Drive.
Touchdown, Buffalo!
Follow the entire league without changing the channel.
Chiefs are in the red zone. Let's go out to Kansas City.
Plus, fantasy football updates and post-game interviews.
From Baltimore, tight end Mark Andrews.
The Sunday Drive brings you closer to the NFL. Sundays noon to 8 Eastern on NFL Radio Channel 88 in the car and on the SiriusXM app. Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88. Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the Sirius XM app.
Hey, Pete.
Yeah, Paul.
Jordan Love has gotten his yards per attempt from 3.5 up to 3.7. It's 1st and 10 Green Bay to begin the fourth quarter from its own 40. Handoff Emmanuel Wilson. He ducks underneath Jonathan Grenard to fall ahead for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7, pretty nifty for Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, Emmanuel Wilson's a sneaky good running back, too, and he gets a lot more of the second half type play as they go heavy Josh Jacobs normally.
Wilson still in for Jacobs. Emmanuel Wilson, second-year guy, has gotten this entire possession. Flag on the play. Pass over the middle, caught by Wilson. Spins beautifully on Ivan Pace at the 50, and he'll twirl his way to the Vikings 47 for a first down gain of 10.
Illegal formation.
Oh, sweet.
Offense.
Yeah.
Number 50.
Sorry about that.
Line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Right tackle Zach Tom. Sorry about that.
No, you mentioned earlier about how the yards per attempt, and we talked a little bit. They're not giving Jordan Love the 7-step drops, and I think you can see why. I mean, Zach Tom, they just don't want to put their tackles in a position against Van Ginkel and Grenard where they have to block these guys one-on-one, and I think that Zach Tom lining up in the backfield is an indication of that.
27-10 Minnesota very early in the fourth quarter. Border battle 129. Love under center. Play action off Wilson. Here's a big rush. He gets away from Ivan Pace, and he throws right incomplete. Holy cow. I believe it was Ivan Pace. Somebody came in there like a shot. Third down.
That was coming off. He turns his back on the defense, and yes, it was Ivan Pace who got in there. And Jonathan Grenard there, Paul, to clean everything up because he was hit as he threw. So Grenard continuing to put pressure. Ivan Pace making a huge impact in his first game back in a few weeks, in 4 weeks.
Green Bay 4 of 9 on third down. This is 3rd and 12 from its own 38. Minnesota leads by 17. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Love, yet to be sacked. Stands tall in the pocket. Vikings blitz. Love, sacked! Down goes Jordan Love. Blake Cashman with the sack. Blake Cashman with his 4th sack this year. Drove him back to make it 4th and 21, and Green Bay is punting.
Yeah, this is just, again, a great job with seeing protections, and Cashman is part of a 3-man line game, Paul. You don't see a lot of linebackers that can run defensive line stunts. You get 2 penetrators. Cashman loops 3 gaps inside and is just free to the quarterback.
Wheeling with a high punt to Brandon Powell, waits for a fair catch and brings it in at the 31-yard line. Half sack for Cashman, half sack for Van Ginkel. On the Sleep Number scoreboard, Minnesota with the ball in a 17-point lead. 13:22 to go in the game on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice. Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See quicktrip.com/fanzone for details.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
College basketball is back, and the road to the championship starts now on Sirius XM.
Knock it down!
Catch all the top games, the buzzer beaters, and the rivalries you live for in both men's and women's college basketball.
RJ Davis!
Whether you're driving, at home, or on the go, follow your favorite teams in every unforgettable moment. College basketball lives on Sirius XM. Anywhere you are, go to SiriusXM.com/sports to find out where to hear your favorite team.
Minnesota fans, hear what Coach O'Connell and the players have to say after each game on the Vikings channel. 820 on the SiriusXM app.
Welcome back to the big game. And guys, we talked about in the first half, and it continues to show up here in the second half. It's the aggressive on the line of scrimmage approach to the man coverage by our defense that is really setting the tone and making it really hard for this Packers offense. That sack by Gink and Cash was a result of just that, you guys, with a little inside twist and stunt by Cash and the speed rush off the edge.
Ben Lever from the sideline, and the toss goes right to Ty Chandler. Third running back used today, turns it up for a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, how about Ty Chandler getting an opportunity to get in there and show some of that speed, and smartly by him, he stays in bounds. Now we're hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. I'm not exactly sure why, because the clock is ticking.
2 receivers left, 1 right on 2nd down. Pass over the middle, caught. Justin Jefferson, that's why, turns it up to the 50, gets to the 40, angles left to the Green Bay 30, and that's where he stopped. 37-yard reception for Justin Jefferson. First down, Minnesota, deep in Green Bay territory.
What a absolute bullet. Right past the extended arm of Eric Wilson, I believe. It just, Darnold, Paul, even though he made a mistake, threw that interception earlier on the attempt with T.J. Hawkinson, he has come back since and just been spot on.
The Vikings have 407 yards of offense. When they beat Green Bay week 4, they finished the game with 374. We still have about 12 minutes to go in the game. Vikes lead by 17 on first down. Toss right. Chandler gets the edge to the 30. Upended at the 25, and he will fall ahead to the 23-yard line. Run of 7 by Ty Chandler.
Great job by Chandler staying in bounds. They're giving him this series, apparently. He hasn't had a series of his own in quite some time. So to see Chandler get out there this late in the season, add some positive yards, I mean, it's a fantastic thing. Now the Packers have to make a decision, Paul. Do they go 8-man box?
Yeah.
And put their corners on an island? Right now they're showing 2 deep.
2nd and 3 from the Green Bay 23. Darnold hands it to Chandler. Some room up the middle. He'll lunge to the 20. Just outside the right hash marks. Dive ahead to the 19 for a first down. 4-yard run by Ty Chandler. First and goal for the Vikings at the 19 inside the red zone. They have scored 2 touchdowns from 3 tries in Green Bay's red area.
Paul, I think one of the sneaky good things about Darnold that is his ability to manage the snap count, to hurry up at times, draw the play out at times. He's done just an absolute masterful job at that, because the cadence and the hurry up can be a weapon if you use it right.
First down, toss left. Ty Chandler plays strung out, and Edgerrin Cooper buries him for a loss of 2. It'll make it 2nd and 12. 4th tackle for loss by this rookie. That was Rashawn Gary. Hey, Rashawn Gary side him. 2nd and 12. Well, we haven't said his name one time, which is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing, and hopefully if things continue down this route, this is one of the better games that our offensive line has played pass rush from a pass protection standpoint, because this defensive front from Green Bay is very, very good. They have made lesser teams look just embarrassing with the guys that they have up front.
2nd down, Darnold shotgun, Jefferson in motion to the left. Play stoppage.
First charge, timeout, Minnesota. A 30-second timeout.
KO wants to get things squared away, coaching his 50th regular season game.
I think Darnold got mixed up on something as he looked right at Coach O'Connell and kind of gave him the thumbs up.
Ben?
Yeah, guys, I know that we still have 10 minutes and 10 seconds to be specific left in this ball game, and I don't want to declare the Vikings the winners just yet, but it is one of the most impressive coaching games I've seen. Just the way that the offense is able to pick up all the blitzes. Now, there have not been a lot of blitzes, but when they see them, they recognize them early. They're getting the ball out. They're exploiting this defense. You can see it now in the second half. They're owning the line of scrimmage offensively, pushing back this pretty good Packers defensive front on a lot of these runs. We're just basically manhandling these guys in every phase.
2nd and 12 from the Green Bay 21. Darnold shotgun. He fakes a pass, hands it to Chandler, and he's buried by Edgerrin Cooper. A loss of 4. That is 4 tackles for loss for the Texas A&M rookie, and it's now 3rd and 16.
Well, we bit on the cheese on that one. They gave us the 2 B-gap look where the 2 interior defensive linemen were outside, so there was no one in the A-gaps on either side of the center, but then they decided to take their linebackers, Edgerrin Cooper being one of them, and just shoot through those A-gaps. So they gave us the bait, we took it, and it ended up being a TFL. So right here, you just don't want another lost yardage play, and you don't want to go backwards.
Minnesota 5 of 8 on 3rd down, leading 27-10, 9.5 minutes to go in the game. Darnold takes the snap, 4-man rush, looking right, throwing right, overshot Jefferson, ball tipped in the air, nearly intercepted. Former Viking Eric Wilson got a hand on it, and now Will Reichard trots in for a field goal try.
Yeah, I think if Darnold would have just set his feet, Paul, he was setting his feet very, very quickly, so I don't think he had his footing underneath him when he let go of that football, which caused it to go just a little bit high. As Jefferson settled nicely in the zone, he was open, but just over the extended fingertips.
43-yard try, left hash to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium for Will Reichard. Snap, spot, end-over-end kick, hits the left upright, and it's no good.
Really?
I don't know what Reichard's deal is with metallic objects today, but he's managed to hit the left upright and hit the crossbar, and neither were good. All right, on the sleep number scoreboard, 9:18 to go in Border Battle 129. Minnesota leads 27-10 on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with a new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes butter and cheese. Because when you spread that butter to every corner of your bread and sprinkle that cheese over everything, you're spreading goodness to our farmer owners and their communities. So don't hold back. Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes cheese. Eat the Land O'Lakes butter. Savor every moment of it. Eat it like you own it. Because 1,000 of our farmer owners do. As a hometown Minnesota company, Land O'Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Vikings.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, 27-10 Minnesota, Green Bay ball. Get ready for kickoff with Pothole Pizza, only from Quick Trip, and it's available at U.S. Bank Stadium. Jordan Love goes out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. Josh Jacobs back in the game to his left. First down from his own 33. Trailing by 17 with 9:18 to go. Love back to pass, throws right, ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete, or his arm was hit. Second down.
Great job by our defensive front. And I think if the Packers have a weakness, so to speak, on their offense, it's just their tackles, when left one-on-one or left on islands, have been struggling. And so Andrew Van Ginkel on that last play against Zach Tom and then Jonathan Grenard on Rasheed Walker, marching them back into the pocket. And they're just, Love is just not getting a clear view down the field.
Jordan Love out of the shotgun again, 2nd and 10 from his own 33. Two receivers left and right. Jaden Reed, who's had a nondescript game after 139 against the Vikings week 4 in motion. Love steps away from a lot of pressure. Now he angles to the right, and he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. It nearly was a sack. Blake Cashman got him from behind, 3rd and 10.
This is the versatility of Cashman and Ivan Pace are paying dividends right now, because we only have a 3-man or 3 defensive linemen out there. We're lining up with 2 linebackers behind them, but they're playing games. The Packers have no idea which one of the 2 linebackers is blitzing, where they're going, and what line games that they're running.
Green Bay 4 of 10 on 3rd down, trailing by 17 in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 10 from its own 33. Love walks up the center, Josh Myers, and the play clock's down to 5. They're going to need a timeout here. Maybe not. Down to 4. 3. He backs off. Takes the snap. 3-man rush. Love looking at 8 people in coverage. He'll fire. Caught near side. First down. Bo Melton on Byron Murphy Jr. Cold-blooded connection there by Jordan Love for 13.
Yeah, that was a great throw and catch. And the coverage, I don't think, could be much better with Byron Murphy. So that's just one of those plays where you're saying, you know what, good for you. You got one. You can move the chains.
First down from the Green Bay 46. Minnesota rushes 3, and Love throws over the middle. Tucker Kraft uncovered, caught at the 30 to the 25, and he's down to the 18-yard line. A 36-yard reception by an uncovered tight end, Tucker Kraft.
Well, I just don't understand how we do that, because he had the safeties outside of him, and Ivan Pace doesn't run with them, so we just turned Tucker Kraft free right up the seam. That's terrible. 1st
and 10 from the 19. Handoff Josh Jacobs, a lot of room to the right side. Across the 15, flag on the play. Excellent stiff arm on Byron Murphy. Inside the 5, touchdown. Wow, what a run by Josh Jacobs of 19 yards, but a penalty.
Holding.
We'll take it.
Number 75.
We'll take it.
Offense. 10-yard penalty. Remains first down.
That's left guard Elton Jenkins. Make that Sean Ryan. Sean Ryan, the right guard, 3rd year from UCLA.
It was Ivan Pace trying to get off the block, and he just had a grip of both of his shoulders. And Ivan kind of did a nice job of ripping underneath and trying to get off that block, and was tackled to the ground. So that play's coming back. So, Paul, right now, your 2 main enemies now are the Packers, number 1, but the clock. Just make Green Bay earn this the rest of the way. Make them burn as much time as you can.
Love shotgun, 12 of 21, 112. 1st and 20 from the Vikings 29. He'll throw right, caught by backup running back Emmanuel Wilson. Turns it up to the 30, 25-20 by the sideline. Emmanuel Wilson with some speed. And he's out of bounds at the 20, so that'll be a gain of 9 yards. Make that a gain of about 14 yards, 2nd and 6.
The clock is still running, though. I don't know how he didn't get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. So that helps Minnesota out.
Love, shotgun, 3 receivers left, 1 right. 2nd and 6 from the Vikings 15, empty backfield. Jordan on a very deep drop. He gets out to the right and hoists the white flag and throws it away, making a 3rd down as we pause for station identification. This right here is Minnesota Vikings football.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen, U.S. Bank Stadium, Jordan Love, 5 of 11 on 3rd down. 3rd and 6 from the Vikings 15 with 7 minutes to go in the border battle. Minnesota leads 27-10. 3 receivers to the left. Wilson in the backfield. Love throws to the left side, and it's caught at the 9-yard line. Just enough for a first down. Romeo Doubs on Shaq Griffin.
Well, you knew that the Packers are in 4-down territory, no question about that. So, again, it's not bend but don't break as one of the as Luke Musgrave checks in, so keep an eye on him.
2 receivers right and Dobbs to the left. They're going to run Emmanuel Wilson right up the middle on 1st and goal from the 9. Hit and stopped at the 5-yard line. It'll be a run of 4, 2nd and goal.
And they're going to have to hurry up and get to the line of scrimmage. A touchdown here with the conversion will get them within 10 points with 6:23 left to go. So if you got it in you as a Viking defender, this is where you got to leave it on the field.
3 receivers left. Jaden Reed is inside slot left. Handoff Emmanuel Wilson, and he will walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay Packers. Wilson with 3 rushing touchdowns this year. And with 6:12 to go in the game, Minnesota leads 27-16.
Yeah, that's smart on the part of the Packers as you take a look now and you get Tillery and Harrison Phillips and Jonathan Bullard checking in. I mean, when you have Jihad Ward out there and Ivan Pace, who's technically playing a defensive lineman, you don't have a lot of beef up front. So here we go, 2-point conversion.
2-point try. Green Bay 2 of 4 this year for the 2. Vikings defense has allowed 3 two-point conversions from 5 tries. Love out of the shotgun, 2-point try. He pumps to the right, throws to the left, and Romeo Dobbs catches it for the 2. And now it's 27-18 Minnesota. 6:12 to go in the game. Let's get some scores from around the league, and here's Moss.
Thanks, PA. It's brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly. Only other game that's going on right now, Miami and Cleveland, and it's the Dolphins up 20-3. This one is in the 4th quarter, and so far it's Huntley who's in for Tua. He has thrown for a touchdown. He also has run one in as well as they have that lead 20-3. Now back to you, Pete.
Alrighty, the Vikings play the Detroit Lions next week. And the assumption, unless it's been deemed official and I've missed it, is the Vikings win today. That could be a night game. That game could be flexed to Sunday Night Football. It would decide the 1 seed in the National Football Conference. The Vikings would head into it 14-2 and have not been a 1 seed in the conference since Pete Bursich played for the team in 1998 as a linebacker and special teams whiz. That'd be sweet to get that 1 seed.
Yeah, it would be, and that's the thing. As a head coach, you don't want to make any game bigger than any other one, but the opportunity that sits on the horizon, and they don't come by too often, obviously. It's been 26 years since this team has had that home field throughout the playoffs. So understand the situation that you're in, the younger players especially, because those young guys assume that you just win 12, 13 games a year now, right?
Right.
You have to understand that this doesn't happen all the time, and give it everything that you have because you want to make it happen.
Boom! McManus's kick to the left of Ty Chandler. Here he comes from the goal line. Far side to the 5-10, 15. Ty gets to the 20, holds onto the ball very tightly. It's a 21-yard return. And the tackle, of course, was by Edgerrin Cooper, the Texas A&M rookie, with a tackle on kick coverage after having 4 tackles for loss today. And with a 27-18 lead, 6:07 to go in the game. Green Bay has 3 timeouts. The Vikings have 2 timeouts. Green Bay closes the season against the Chicago Bears into it 11-5 if it loses today. But we still have 6:07 to go, and the Vikings have a 9-point lead. And Sam Darnold, 30 of 38 for 349 and 3. He's under center. Tailback Cam Akers. Play action to Cam. Sam steps up in the pocket. Sam, he's hit as he throws, incomplete. It nearly was intercepted.
They're ruining a fumble.
They are?
Yes, I hate when they just do that, Paul. They just let it rule a fumble, so that way
on the field is a fumble.
Yeah, so you get the replay.
Recovered by the defense.
Yeah, if this stands, which it won't, because the ball was not loose when his arm came forward.
Right.
They're going to overturn this and say it was an incomplete pass, but this.
Oh, that's incomplete.
How many times have we seen this year?
Yeah.
Where the referees just swallow their whistle because they know they're going to get the replay. Because it is ruled a turnover.
After review,
yeah,
it's an incomplete pass.
That's garbage.
It'll be 2nd down.
You know, and it's garbage because the defense could recover it, make a return, and then our offensive guys have to. The guys get hurt. We saw what happened to Brian O'Neill a couple years back. It just drives me absolutely batty that these officials won't step up and just make a call. They just lean on the replay.
Cam Akers, the tailback to the right of Sam Darnold. Cam has a receiving touchdown, 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 21. And the handoff goes to Cam Akers. He'll slow roll it to the left side. And he's encountered at the 25. And that's where he stopped after a run of 5 yards. So that will make it 3rd and 5. Cam Akers, Ty Chandler, back to Cam Akers. Ben Lieber, where's Aaron Jones?
Well, he's standing right here on the sideline. He has his helmet on. He looks as if he's ready to go. He does not look like he's injured. I wonder if this is just one of those things where they're just managing sort of his snap count, and they feel like the score is pretty comfortable where he doesn't have to be in the game.
Minnesota 5 of 9 on 3rd down. 5.5 minutes to go in border battle. 1:29. Vikes lead by 9 in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 5 from the Minnesota 26. Jefferson and make that Addison in motion. Sam back to pass. Hit as he throws. Throws a bullet to Jefferson. It's caught for a 1st down, but there's a flag back by the line of scrimmage.
No, come on.
It was a one-handed
holding. Number 74.
Damn.
10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
A one-handed, right-handed, spectacular catch by Jefferson for a 1st down, nullified by holding on Cam Robinson.
That is one of the most spectacular catches I have seen anybody make. That's Chris Carter-esque, no question about it. And then to turn around and then go backwards and give up the holding penalty. Now you're looking at 3rd and about 15. Again, these little mistakes, Paul. It's Cam Robinson's 2nd penalty today.
Yep.
Golly.
Jefferson, slot right. T.J. Hawkinson, inside slot right. J.J. now goes in motion to the left. Addison wide right. 3rd and 15 from the Vikings 16. Green Bay blitzes. Sam steps up. Sam hit as he throws. Overshoots Addison. It's incomplete. He was covered nicely by Eric Stokes. Pocket got awfully claustrophobic there and congested for Sam Darnold. And with the incomplete pass, sadly, the clock stops with 4:43 to go in the game, and the Vikings are punching.
And, Paul, that's the penalty. You have to a completely different route tree when you're looking at 3rd and 14 or 13 as compared to 3rd down and 5, right? So Darnold had to take that time in the pocket. Luckily, there were no Packers defenders as Darnold got hit right as he let go of the football.
Ryan Wright will let it fly from about his own 6-yard line. We have a penalty here on 4th and 15.
We'll get 5 yards back here.
Yeah, okay.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94. Defense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Now, kind of no harm, no foul, right?
Hey, we need every single yard that we can get right now.
Right.
I mean, we took possession of the football right about this spot after the kickoff return, so that drive netted us 0 yards.
Snap to Ryan is good. And he gets off kind of a line drive punt. Jaden Reed runs up to it and calls for a fair catch at the 38-yard line. 41-yard punt by Ryan Wright. A week removed from having 4 inside the 20 at Seattle. And the Vikings needed every single one of them. So 4.5 minutes to go in the game. 27-18 Minnesota. Green Bay's offense heads to the field, led by Jordan Love, 13 of 23, 118 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Into the game, sacked only 11 times this season. He's been sacked twice today. Cashman has 1.5. Van Ginkel has a half. Tucker Kraft, who can be a menacing presence, in motion to the left. 1st and 10 from the Green Bay 38. Minnesota blitzes Byron Murphy Jr., but is picked up. Love. He's sacked by Dallas Turner. And the rookie takes down Jordan Love. It'll be 2nd and 18.
Yeah, great job down the field by Harrison Smith and Blake Cashman, Paul. There was nothing in the middle of the field, where Jordan Love was looking. He was starting to get Jaden Reed on the deep over, but that disappeared quickly with the pass rush.
Love out of the shotgun, takes the snap, facing another blitz, throws quickly to the left side. It's caught by Dontavian Wicks in front of Shaq Griffin, and he gets out of bounds. So they get 11 of the 18 back. It's 3rd and 7 from the Green Bay 41. 4:04 to go in the game.
Yeah, and you know that they're absolutely in 4-down territory, so a sack or an incompletion here would be huge for a 4th down, but How about Dallas Turner, Paul? Just starting it again. Another rookie that's starting to show up. It's huge.
Dallas Turner with his 3rd sack this season. The Packers 6 of 12 on 3rd down. Jordan Love takes the snap, facing a 5-man rush. Straight drop, throws over the middle, caught Romeo Doubs on the run, 1st down at the 50-yard line, far side to the 45, back to the left to the 41. Romeo Doubs with a cold-blooded 18-yard 1st down connection. Clock runs, 3:45 and counting to go in the game. Matt LaFleur and the Packers have 3 timeouts. Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings have 2. Minnesota has a 27-18 lead. Love takes the snap, 4-man rush, throws quick to the left side, caught Romeo Doubs at the 30, shoved out of bounds by Murphy Jr. That'll be a catch of 13 and a 1st down.
And Paul, there, Stephon Gilmore just kind of disappointing, turning people loose across the middle of the field like that. So our cornerbacks, they need to tighten up their games here.
27-18 Minnesota. 1st down, Green Bay from the Vikings, 28. Love out of the shotgun, 2 receivers left and right. He's going to loft one left to Doubs, incomplete at the 5. Shaq Griffin went lunging and knocked it away. No flags. 2nd down.
I think we're a little bit lucky he didn't go to the middle of the field because Byron Murphy was guessing and kind of grabbed hold of the receiver. So the referees didn't see it as the ball went to our near side, but it's nervous time right now. 3:29 left to go. 9-point lead. They got to score twice, but they're getting there.
Only the 2nd time this season Love has been sacked at least 3 times. The Texans in October. 2nd and 10 from the Vikings 28. Flag on the play. You going to hit him with a delay here?
No, you're going to get a false start.
Neutral zone infraction, number 61.
Oh, Jalen Redmond.
5-yard penalty.
How?
2nd down.
Jalen Redmond.
Unless an offensive lineman moves, the defensive lineman can go back. And if he gets in the neutral zone, he could come back.
Are you kidding me with that?
I didn't see. Oh wow. My heavens, is that awful?
I mean, he twitched.
That has got to be the absolute worst encroachment call I have ever seen. Paul, he didn't even get across. He didn't even get in the neutral zone.
And nobody on the Packers.
He can move.
And nobody on the Packers line jumped.
No.
Wow, 3.5 to go. Here we go. 2nd and 5 from the Vikings 23.
Garbage.
After that free 5 for Green Bay. Love shotgun facing a 5-man rush. Looking right, throwing right, caught at the 18-yard line. It's shy of the 1st down. It is caught by Bo Melton, and it'll be a gain of 4, making it 3rd and 1 from the Vikings 19, 3:14 and counting to go in the game. Minnesota leads 27-18. 3 receivers left. Jaden Reed to the right. Emmanuel Wilson to the right of Jordan Love. Jordan back to pass, sacked 3 times, gets away from number 4, throws right, and it's caught at the 3-yard line by Dontavian Wicks. So it'll be a 1st down. It's now 1st and goal, Green Bay from inside the 2.
Now they're waving. They were going to put the bigs back in, but they're waving them off. So, again, we got a situation with Jihad Ward playing interior defensive line, so get ready for the run.
1st and goal from the 2. Love shotgun, hands it to Emmanuel Wilson. Blake Cashman heard the analyst from a mile away. He smacked him at the line of scrimmage. In fact, it's a loss of 1. Cash money. 2nd and goal from the 3.
And Green Bay's choosing to let the clock roll, so
Love goes under center.
Come on. Oh, God.
Back to pass, looking right, sees nothing, throws left hand. It's caught. Malik Heath, touchdown, Green Bay Packers, flag on the play.
That's going to be 12 men on the field defensively for us.
Yeah. Malik Heath. Malik Heath, are you kidding me? Shepers.
Well. Defense, 12 players on the field at the snap. The penalties declined, result of the play. Touchdown.
Too many men out there. No. All right, 27-24. 27-24, 2:18 to go in the game.
Yeah, we just have a way of making these things just interesting. And, you know, some of it starts with the missed field goal attempt, and, you know, you get a couple bad calls by the officials.
Yeah.
It's just...
McManus hasn't missed an extra point since 2022. He can't miss, right, Pete?
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. He nailed it. All right, 27-25, 2:18 to go in the game. And Green Bay still has 3 timeouts. So Matt LaFleur has manipulated these timeouts as the Packers come from behind. Only down by 2 with those 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. What do we need here, Coach? A couple of first downs at least?
Yeah, absolutely. You need a couple of first downs. It's a unique situation where you had the opportunity to go ahead and get 30 points on the board, and now a field goal attempt by the Packers with, by the end of this game, wins them the football game. So this drive by the offense is huge. It's absolutely key to move the chains a couple of times. You either have to wind this clock out with this offensive drive or put points up, one way or the other. Or get it out to somewhere near midfield and be able to pin the Packers back. But with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, there is a lot of football left to be played in this game.
Now, be mindful, when the Vikings were at Lambeau Field, they were leading 28-0. Then Green Bay got a touchdown late in the first half, make it 28-7. And then the Vikings got outscored dramatically, like 22-3 in the second half. And it got a little nervous time-ish at Lambeau. But they needed an onside kick they couldn't get. This is a little different. It's been a tighter game, even though the Vikings have led by multiple scores. Know what I mean?
Sort of.
I know. It's about the worst explanation of something.
No, I get
it was terrible. All right, 3-2. Boom! There's McManus's kick, and Chandler falls for a fair catch. So, 2:18 to go in the game. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Minnesota Vikings. And the offense heads onto the field.
Yeah, this is clutch time. So
still no Aaron Jones, man.
No, Darnold,
Cam Akers and C.J. Ham.
Well, he doesn't have anything on his legs, his ice, or anything like that. So, he's not injured. This is just a decision that our offense has made.
What he does have is 5 fumbles and 3 fumbles lost. Maybe that plays into it. First down, Darnold under center. Play action. He's going to throw to C.J. Ham. Far side. Caught at the 30, 35, 40. That's brilliant. C.J. Ham to the 43 for a 13-yard gain to get us to the 2-minute warning. First down, Vikings with a 27-25 lead. 2 minutes to go in the contest. From Minneapolis on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Hosting the game at home? No worries. Kenmore has the lineup. Quick cooking air fryers, easy cook grills, spacious ovens, and powerful dishwashers mean you can serve up a spread and still have time to watch the game. Shop Amazon for the latest from Kenmore, a home appliance partner of the Minnesota Vikings. With Kenmore, cooking and cleanup are a breeze, so you never miss a play. Enjoy energy-efficient appliances that save you time and money. Elevate your game day experience with Kenmore's reliable and innovative products. Get more from Kenmore.
Thursdays on CBS. Ready to have your spirits lifted? Then Ghosts is the comedy for you. I mean, it's an age-old story. Couple moves into an estate only to find out it's haunted by ghosts from throughout the centuries. We've got a hippie, a ghost with an arrow through his neck, a guy who knew Alexander Hamilton, and a personal favorite of mine, a Viking. See why critics have called it drop-dead funny. All new Ghosts. Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
Football fans, meet Pays, an online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, checking out is fast and convenient because eligible cards appear in one place, ready to use when you order your game day food delivery, your team's latest jersey, or flights to away games. You can beef up your defense at online checkout too. Using Pays gives you added security too because actual card numbers aren't shared with merchants. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at paze.com.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it. Times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
righty. 2 minutes to go in the game. Welcome back. Nothing beats a game-winning drive, by the way, and you will find plenty of those at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealers. Check out their all-pro lineup of cars and SUVs today.